We hit a fucking moose with our car.
Moose. We named him Larry and then fucking ran his ass over.
Who are the Mythbusters? Adam Savage. It just shows him hitting the car. The moose
And it's like, it's a picture of him smiling, but it like fades to black and white.
Yeah.
Like it's like a classic fucking like murder mystery show.
We're live, by the way.
Why doesn't the John Cena theme play? Well, I guess why doesn't the John Cena theme play?
Why wouldn't it?
It always needs to be playing at all times, forever.
Forever and ever.
I don't know if you heard, but yeah, we're live.
Oh yeah.
How dare you?
Large and Charge talking about fucking. If you just joined us, we're talking about Mythbusters hitting moose.
I love the idea is like it just shows like the moose just like in the preview, the moose just fucking eating it. Then who are the Mythbusters? And it's just like oh fuck, that's how we're starting this episode.
I mean, my favorite part is at the end when the myth didn't work, so they just blow it up anyway.
That's how you could tell this show was from America. Hey, we couldn't figure out how to get a propane to fucking explode on demand, so we shot it with a minigun, and it fucking worked.
Moose. Busted.
Freeze frame with like the giblets and shit like flying. Busted. Oh, it's so horrible!
Is burdened.
So bad!
That moose was burdened with glorious purpose.
In this myth, we test.
Long it wasn't.
In this myth, we don't even test any particular myth. We just want to hit a moose with a fucking car. It just shows Jamie in the car.
It's so dumb.
This time on Mythbusters, we're going to see if women can actually have orgasms, or it is just a myth perpetuated to torment men.
Oh my god!
And to help design the experiment, we've brought in field expert Ben Shapiro.
How's it going, Ben? Well, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Jamie. My wife's a doctor.
Let's say hypothetically, girls could come.
It would not be. You would not need a mop in a bucket. Like you would have serious issues. I have been so much, but god damn,
Like
that
she's got a
wop
wet
thing.
Doctor's bell.
Wet ass P word.
Well, you see, you see, the female orgasm was perpetuated by the Democrats.
Oh my god, the liberal
Orgasms don't care about your facts and feelings.
No,
so,
the liberal
they don't-
elite are harvesting fucking gay frogs to make their women come. Where's that Alex Jones fucking rant? I want it.
Hold on. So, out of all crossovers, how come Alex Jones and Ben Shapiro have never just met? How come it's never had like the Dylan,
Wait,
you
have
son
they
of a
not?
bitch?
I feel like they have.
Hold on, I'm looking it up
Yeah,
right now.
who is
Alex Jones.
If they haven't, I think the reason why is
Shapiro.
because
So much for not
sheer-
talking about. So much
the
for not
sheer-
talking about the hunt.
like the sheer.
Oh
mean
no, we're not
potential-
talking about.
Let's
Sure.
not talk about politics in general. Let's shut the fuck up and talk about
Yeah,
what we came here to talk about.
so anyway, hey guys, if you remembered a couple of weeks ago, we did a YARP on a really particular show, and we also introduced, hey, new permanent party member, what's up, guys? We talked about Hunter x Hunter, and we were halfway through the Chimera Ant arc when we were
No,
when
we
did that
were
one?
just starting it. We just finished Greed Island.
Okay, so we just finished Greed Island. So yeah, now we've completely finished both the election arc and the Chimera Ant arc.
Yes, we are finished with the show.
And at the same time, coincidentally, another prominent YouTuber did the same.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi, Jake.
I'm Jake the Surgeon.
Sir,
Jake,
yeah, yes.
Tell me, how big do you think Ahsoka's penis is?
Hisoka? I don't know. I would assume it's quite glorious and magnificent.
Yeah, because like
Regardless of size.
it shows the light whenever he turns around.
We
You
might-
know what I mean?
Well, no, the most important thing is it possesses the qualities above
It's a
rubber and gum.
spongy rubber and gum.
I almost just, like you asked that, and I almost just went, "Let's ask Ben Shapiro."
Let's ask Ben.
Shut the fuck up! You piece of
Ben Shapiro.
I told you.
No, I want to ask him how he feels about Ahsoka's penis. That's actually kind of like on my mind now.
You know, for Max, for like a millisecond, I thought instead of Hisoka, I thought you meant Ahsoka's penis. I'm like, wait, Ahsoka? She has a penis? Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, you
she's
mean
got-
Hisoka.
No, she's got those two penises on her head. I mean, obviously.
In the depths of fan fiction, the world may never know.
The world may never know. So yeah, show's overall opinion on the show, starting with Wyatt since he's not seen it, and then going to Jake.
Okay.
I liked it. I like stuff.
That's good.
Hot takes.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, very much so. Green Island's kind of boring, but other than that, good stuff. Good stuff. I recommend.
Oh yeah. How hard did each of us cry during the ending? The multiple endings of the arcs.
I'll admit some tears came out.
It hurts.
Well, actually-
it hurts so good.
Hold on, I actually had a question for you guys, just because you guys rewatched it with me. Did this pretty much confirm what you guys thought about all this stuff? Like, your thoughts on the show?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
genuinely fantastic.
Going through that ending again, going through the ending of the Chimera Ant arc again, just fully cemented this show in my mind as one of the best shonen ever fucking put to screen.
Mhm.
I would say it's like right below Yu Yu Hakusho, like just barely below it.
Hmm.
I don't
really
know.
watched that one as
Guys.
more recently-ish. I actually don't know which one I'd put fully on top.
Yeah, I don't know what I would put it, like, my top ranked, like, anime. I wanted to almost default to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but that's only because, like, that's not only a great story, but also has nostalgia attached to it, so it's like, fuck.
I mean, that's a great show.
I'm just doing it in the context of shonen, just in anime in general. That's like I would need to rewatch all the. I would just need to rewatch all the ones I've watched.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like even then though, it's still. I feel like it's still up there. And even with Yu Yu Hakusho, I feel like Yu Yu Hakusho has like a pretty like as. I guess it's a plot hole that, or it's I guess retcon. I kind of have an issue with in the show, but I feel like Hunter x Hunter is like a very solid show throughout, like writing wise.
Yeah, even the Greed Island arc, which gets a lot of flack as being the low point of the entire series, on its own, it's still really not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it doesn't break itself, it doesn't contradict itself, it's building on shit. It's just so much slower compared to the two arcs either side of it that I think it gets a really bad rap.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like the whole with Great Island thing. It's like it's not bad. It's just,
It's just not Chimera Ant.
And
No,
that's,
when those kids got killed and eaten, I was actually very happy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shit.
Hold on,
is
you want
gotten
to
so
hold on, you want to
fucking real.
rephrase that?
yeah, that was like, I mean, sure. Anakin got problems, got
like,
some stuff.
I stand by my statement. Fucking children get eaten.
Okay.
All right. Well, everybody has different strokes.
Jake
Phrasing.
the Surgeon, fuck them kids.
You know what they say? Different child murders for different folks.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was legitimately surprised that like these kids just get eaten.
They just get they get it, and like even
Yeah, they
when the
don't
king
pull the
comes out, like
punches.
yeah, when the king comes out, he's just fucking murdering children, and eating their brains. It's like, oh god, sweet Christmas. Why?
And you think it'd be like some like really edgelord, like kind of like eye rolling shit, but it isn't.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah, it's a
because
show of
usually when you have kids getting eaten, it's like, okay, you're being real try hard to be really dark now.
Oh, you mean Alien vs Predator Requiem? Showing a kid like get chest bursted within like the first 10 minutes.
I wouldn't. I mean,
I don't know about that one.
yeah, I don't know about
Like
that.
it's
Like,
it's. I feel like that's just dumb for a different reason.
I wouldn't call it like. I mean, it is
Well, it's because-
edgelord. I
It's-
agree, it's edgelordy, but
It's edgy, but it's mainly because it's an overcorrection. Remember, Alien vs. Predator 1 was PG-13. They were like, all right, you want it rated R? It's rated fucking R. Here's a kid dying. It's like, oh. So this is that.
I'm trying to think of it. Like, the only other time I can really remember is this movie called Steakland, where you have a vampire, like, just, like, eating a baby like it's a fucking taco.
I mean,
Wow.
Which
Bram
sounds hilarious.
Stoker's.
There's no way that that's not kind of funny.
I mean,
Oh, then there was
Yes.
this one. Okay,
This
so
is comfortability.
I remember. There was this one zombie movie where this zombie rips out a girl's like fetus, like, and then rips it out and then eats it like an apple.
that's
Jeez.
weird.
That's what I was expecting, but I didn't get that.
Damn,
Mm.
I almost cut
That's-
myself on that edge.
That's Edge, yeah. Thought you were
Yeah.
gonna talk about a zombie spinning a woman's head around so fast she like blinks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that moment was hilarious in Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead sucks, but that moment was fucking funny.
Well, yeah, because they were like, "Hey, by the way, we're romantic interests. Did you know? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I hope you
Snap.
live forever."
Man, Dave Bautista, like, he did a set-out power bomb for years for his finisher. I hope his back is okay from carrying that movie.
No, he didn't carry the movie because that would have meant it was good.
Yeah,
I mean, he tried.
he tried his best.
You don't get points for trying.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Also,
don't
I
award
don't
points for
believe
effort.
that was his best from what I've seen.
Yeah, no, he's done way better.
I know he's done better, but
I don't
Hell,
even.
even as I feel like he's even been better as Batista.
I don't even see that's the thing. In terms of Batista and his acting roles, did you guys ever see Hotel Artemis?
no.
It's
Nope.
that like mob hospital and Batista's a nurse. It just
Oh.
like I guess it's I guess it doesn't really use Batista as much as like I don't want to say as much as Guardians did, but I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, as a wrestling personality, he was actually a pretty like solid actor.
Yeah.
hmm
Like, while you were busy, like, hugging babies and kissing fat girls.
I was going to say I don't know at all what Dave Batista's wrestling personality was. I only remember
He
what
was
The
a
Rock's
he was a pretty like solid like bad guy, but his good guy persona was actually really well done. Like
Oh, yeah,
he was kind of like, I wouldn't say like Superman levels, but like he was kind of like, you know, like the straightforward, like I'm gonna fuck you up, but I fight for the good guys.
he was more tolerable, more palatable, and all around better than John Cena, who's
Definitely.
fucking
Well, people
awful.
really hate Roman. What's his face? The
So,
one who's
Well, Roman finally turned face, and he is now our tribal chief, the head of the table.
I don't know.
okay.
Yes, he had a character change, and he's like the best thing in wrestling right now.
Okay,
Well, hey, good for him.
fair enough.
I stopped watching before he became, but yeah, I always heard he got like a lot of like bad flack about it, and I
Well,
have no
yeah,
idea why.
Well, they were trying to turn him into Cena 2.0, and you don't want a Cena 2.0 because Cena 1.0 was fucking garbage.
Yeah. Kind of like
Oh yeah, how you gonna segue out of this? How you gonna fucking do that? Because I was about to talk about how I couldn't take any of like the Rock's like interviews seriously anymore after all the stuff we had.
oh yeah,
seen
after all the
next.
YouTube poops and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Stone Cold Stone Austin.
Stone Cold Stone Austin.
Okay, hold on. We're now.
Anyway,
we're
yeah,
like
we
ultra
like-
weeds.
We're literally like in the dark continent in weeds. Coming back, yeah. So the Hunter, like, so the Chimera Ant arc. Do you still have that blue blackboard of like what all the topics we can talk about?
Yeah, I have my whiteboard.
We
right
kind of
next to
trimmed it
me.
down a little bit.
Okay.
Well, we can take a little bit from what you said later if we still want to talk.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So I have 3 points from the arc and 3 points for the entire show. Are from first of just the arc. Are we just gonna combine Chimera Ant and then the election arc together?
A lot
Well,
of
we
people.
kind of already talked about the Chimera Ant arc on that one episode. So
Fair enough. Okay, so best and worst of the election arc.
Rat Boy was pretty fun. the absolute scumbag of the arc. I mean, wait, hang on, sorry, I gotta specify. The guy who wasn't Jing.
Yeah, I was going to say my favorite part had to be the fact that people were voting for Leorio just on the concept of fuck Jing.
Fuck Jing. What's your platform? Fuck Jing. Hey, yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that
he
guy
was in the top fucking percentage of hunters being voted for, so it's like, oh.
Fuck that guy whose like son is in critical condition and he's not even bothering to fucking
nobody
visit him.
fucking knew that until Leorio came in the room. They all just didn't like Jing because he was seen as part of the Foundation. There was a strong anti-Foundation, like, y'all Zodiacs are fucked up and doing shit wrong, and so they didn't really want to vote for any of them. That's why the first several votes, there were so many people that just abstained.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
God, there's a lot of fucking moving pieces to that art. Jesus.
There's a fuck ton.
No, yeah, like once the election is like going, I just love the idea. It's like, why should we vote for you? Well, because I'm not that asshole who won't see his kid. Oh yeah, I'll vote for you.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, he's got a pretty solid platform. I'm not gonna lie.
And then he's just like, how the fuck did I get here? Why did you all vote for me? Don't vote for me. I'm gonna abuse my power and force you all to help my friend.
I'm literally gonna abuse my power. That's like that was like his opening statement.
I actually really loved Leorio's speech, actually.
Yeah, no, Leorio's great.
Like, as somebody who's, like, really... I take a lot of other people's problems personally. Like, it's like, yeah, your problems are my problems. Let's make sure this is fixed, buddy. So to see him, like, sort of kind of break down for a moment and be like, I couldn't fucking help him while he was off, like, saving the fucking world. He was literally
jerking off. Oh shit! Wait, forget what I said about jerking off.
Forget the wanking part.
I love how Gones. I love how Gones like, no, Leorio can't be a president of the Hunter Association. He has to be a doctor.
So like innocent. It's great.
I like how he predicted it fucking perfectly. I cannot remember the rat guy. I can't remember his fucking Arison, yeah. He just predicted it.
Cheeto was so pissed.
It's like there's so many moves that like it's like bullshit. You could have predicted those, and he's just like, no, I did.
That's basically literally what his Nen ability is, though. He's like a Nen politician.
Politician.
He's as powerful as Netero, but only in the world of politics.
That's probably why Netero fucking hated him. He's like, you are not to be trusted. You are a piece of shit.
And yet he hired him specifically because of that.
I love how
you cannot be trusted. You're an absolute piece of shit who I will always hate. You're hired.
Well, thank you, sir. I'll be
somebody I will despise. God, Netero's such a Chad.
Well, of course Netero's a Chad. He's basically looked at Meruem and said, oh, by the way, instead of giving the usual humanity will always prevail, blah, blah, he said, yeah, humans are dicks, and they can be just as hateful as you. I'm gonna die now, JK, lol.
It's like, oh yeah, we are so much worse than you could ever fucking imagine.
Well, yeah, it was one of the one times where it's like, oh yeah, he does have a point. We literally learned to weaponize just atoms by splitting them.
And it's so many different subversions in one instant, because it's a subversion of the whole, like Jake was saying, the hope and the light side of man. Like, that's what you would expect him to say. It's also a hero that's basically given, like, a villain speech and embracing the dark side.
And he actually scares the fucking villain for a second.
Oh, yeah, he does. He like,
fucking freaks him out. He's like, oh. And then, yeah, the realization, oh, you had me in checkmate since the beginning. And, like, yeah. And, yeah, the subversion, too, of is like, the good guys lost. Like, straight up. Like, if the poison of the bomb wasn't a thing, the human race lost that fight. Like, that's it. They're done. The strongest human being could not fuck with the Ant King.
Well, I mean, assuming that Meruem wasn't dying of radiation poisoning, like, would he have still changed his mind essentially and still wanted to? Like,
if he didn't die of radiation poisoning, he still wanted to go back to Mugi.
He still loved Komugi.
Yeah, so essentially he just kind of he's just like, oh, Sorry about all the pod people. Everybody else can go, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go just
And
go play.
I love that. Like, he was just like, live a happy life. I hope you find who you're looking for. It's like, man,
Yeah, I hope you find Gyro.
Miram was the fucking man. Like, he's so great. Legit, one of the best villains in fucking anime history. And it's weird to even call him a villain. It's more of he's just the antagonist.
I love how when it was described, by the way, the I keep forgetting his fucking name. When Netero hired his vice chairman, it looked like the image they used for him. He looked like he was fucking drunk, and then they think it was useless. Like he probably was at the time.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Netero didn't give a shit.
Fucking
he gave
Netero, who's going to tell him he can't have a drink?
Yeah. Well, I was about to say, he kind of does give a shit, but like in his own way.
Yeah, in his own way.
He
Not in
gives
the
a shit
kind of way
about
that
what
would
he.
anyone ever
Yeah.
let stop him.
I do find it odd that the one dude, I forget his name, but the guy that like would like ship a bunch of women to like the underground place where he lived.
The king
Oh
behind the
yeah,
scenes.
the
Yeah,
vice
yeah, yeah.
president or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm surprised he didn't die because like he's a real scumbag.
Yeah, he,
Yeah, he kinda-
survived. He's just like in the
Well, I
car
mean-
contemplating his life. He's like, well, I'm a war criminal now. It's like,
I mean,
Can't go
yeah.
anywhere good. I
Hold
can't
on.
go to society.
Hold on, when you think about it, pretty much everybody that was part of that administration kind of walked away almost scot-free.
except
Yeah,
for
'cause
Body
you-
Double, anyone who was in the building, all of the office officials, it's like all the ministers.
Well,
The only people who got away is the second in command,
Second
Diego
in command-
himself, the real one.
yeah,
and
because
the
he wasn't
general guy.
even there. Diego wasn't even fucking there. That was the
Yeah.
hilarious part.
Yeah. I forgot exactly what the text was. By the way, HBO Max sucks. Something fierce, really. They don't have subtitles for like Japanese like text on the screen, and Hunter x Hunter has a surprising amount of it.
Yeah, it's weird.
And anime has a surprising amount of Japanese. Well, it's got its own language as well, so that's the
Well, yeah,
irritating
like
thing.
even fucking even during in the middle of the Chimera Act, the Phantom Troop. What's the fucking guy's name? The one who goes berserk.
Oh, Phaeton.
Phaeton, yeah. When Phaeton goes berserk, he starts speaking another language, but it translates it to like it puts the languages on the screen, and then it translates it to Japanese, but it's not translated to English.
Yeah, I assume that you didn't think that was important. Obviously.
Well, like he's just taunting the chick. He's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up," basically. Because I looked it up when we were watching it, and so yeah, he basically just says, "I'm literally gonna fuck you up," and he's like kind of taunting her and shit.
You think if he was like, put your tail back on, and then I will literally fuck you.
Pretty much. I mean, maybe could be a mistranslation.
I mean, like every time seeing her on screen, like Michael Jordan was just sitting next to me and saying, "Stop it,
Stop it.
get some help."
Yeah, but then she transforms, and then you're still going, "Stop it, get some help."
No, at that point, I was like, "Kill it with the sun."
No, that just enhances the experience.
Stop it.
Are we
Get some-
surprised that the Florida man has some kind of weird gator fetish?
Pretty much. That's why I like Croaky.
I was about to say you have a thing for Croaky.
Oh yeah, Croaky's best girl, I think.
I love how even EFAP agrees with you that Croaky should just have his own show.
Well,
No,
yeah, because
no, it should just be the MCU, all the MCU movies, but with just alligators and all the dialogue replaced with alligator noises.
oh
And then
yeah,
all-
so
and then
oh
all
yeah,
the-
so Jake, you missed what I said. It's like the implication of Croaky is amazing because there's either one of two possibilities. Either A, everybody in that universe is an alligator, or B, only Loki is an alligator. Both versions deserve an MCU.
I know. I want it like if you have alligator Avengers, like what the puny god moment is when Hulk, who turns into a crocodile, just kind of flops on top of alligator Loki and rolls around, and like the action is just the
No, he
the-
just
That
turns-
flopping
version
on
of
each-
Hulk has a
Whoa.
Florida accent.
You know that's actually like a real thing, right?
Yeah,
What?
I know. I've seen how
Rob?
alligator. Wait, what?
There's a version of Thor that's a fucking frog. His name is
Yeah,
Throg.
it's Throg.
Frog, yeah. And
There's
Frog
like a
and
whole
Croaky.
Avengers team that's basically all animals.
Yeah, Spider Ham, Throg.
I mean, I'm just
Um,
talking about alligator Avengers. I want to see that shit.
Yeah, but then they have that picture of like Throg next to Croaky.
Throg.
And Croaky.
Oh god.
It's great. It's
Son,
a-
you're adopted. Confused alligator.
Confused alligator. Nice. So Banner, that's your play. Confused alligator.
I think I would prefer.
It's just so much
I think I would
potential.
prefer everybody be alligators, because at least like that'd be somewhat entertaining. Just the
Oh, no,
same movie, nothing
feel-
changes, but Loki is an alligator.
I feel like it would. I feel like it
That
wouldn't
joke
be though,
would get
because
old
all we have
fast.
is just people hissing at each other.
Well,
Like, at least
would be
with
amazing.
at least, God damn it, at least with the just Loki being an alligator, like when he's hissing at people, it's kind of like Tekken style, where literally everyone understands what he's saying except for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
no, I would have preferred like just all the Avengers be alligators, and like when they fight, it's just the stupidest, most retarded thing imaginable.
Well, yeah,
And
you
it's
just have them
fucking
all like,
funny.
just have them all like when that part of the airport when they're like all about to fight each other, just have them all fucking all the alligators just wearing like a little hat to represent who they are, and just them
Mhm.
scurrying at each other. The Black Widow and Hawkeye one are like, we're still friends, right?
It's just like rah, rah, rah.
And you got on me for not knowing what alligators sound like.
Well,
How do you not know what alligators sound like?
That's because I just made grumbling noises and then they gave me shit. It's not that I didn't know what they sounded like. I just made random sounds.
well, no, because they can make those noises too. That's the thing.
Yeah, except when they usually make those really low pitched grumbling noises, it's when they want to fuck.
Oh,
Oh
Like
dear.
the lot.
if you're just now joining us, we're talking about alligators fucking. Speaking of fucking, I really appreciate that Hisoka was actually more concerned about Gon's health than fucking Jing was. Such a weird like thing where he was like actually like worried about Gon's health.
No,
Again, fuck
he's
Gene.
worried about Gon because he wants to.
He wants to
split
fight.
up.
He wants to
wants
fight
to
him.
Yeah, he wants
No,
to split up.
no,
he wants to,
no,
he wants...
no.
Stop it.
No, you,
Stop it.
This is a Christian podcast, sir. You will keep that to yourself.
What is it? Okay,
Susan,
well,
we're sorry.
I'm an eighth. Mom, hey, Susan, you suck.
Oh no!
Just suddenly
No.
just delete entire channel, all of our stuff. Like, in fact, YouTube itself just gets deleted.
All of our computers just like go into a singularity.
No, yeah, they just spark. Jeez. So what would you say was the worst moment of the election arc?
I'm struggling to think of one.
Yeah, that's
I got one.
Go for it.
I mean, if we're talking about the whole arc in its entirety, one word.
No.
Aluka.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, it's because you're transphobic, so I mean it's fine.
Yeah, obviously, I hate the trans.
You've probably said the N-word on social
on
media.
Twitter. Yeah.
On Twitter.
Oh my god, the people of Yarp are so transphobic.
We're so
They couldn't just
transphobic.
They couldn't just let an anime boy be a girl.
I mean, isn't Alika like split personalities?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Also, yes, but Kaluto is also gender ambiguous. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, they.
For clarity, do you maybe want to give the reason you actually have an issue with Alika?
I mean, if you want the clarity, nobody had responded to the statement like in a serious way yet. So
Yeah.
I really feel like they had kind of written themselves into a corner with the whole Gon is dead and this transformation thing. And so obviously they didn't want to kill off Gon. So it's like, okay, well now we have to figure out how are we going to get him back? How are we going to do that? And they wanted it to be significant. They wanted it to feel like it was a big cost, but at the same time they needed it to happen and be like a guaranteed sure thing. So they basically bring out this character that's never been talked about, never been discussed, never hinted at, and they're just like, hey, so there's another child in the Zoldyck family that can fucking literally grant wishes. And it's like, what? Okay, I guess. Sure.
Well,
But it feels like an ass pull, basically, is the short version. It really feels like they're just kind of like, well, we needed to fix this problem. Here's a fix for that problem.
but I feel like it's a little disingenuous to say that like she just like is an asshole, because there was a good reason why she was kept behind like walls and shit like that. It's 'cause
I'm fine
she's-
with her being
she's
kept behind
very-
walls. She was never even alluded to. They could have had a 30-second scene in one of the earlier seasons where they're like, what's behind this crazy fucking locked door?
A good example one to show that would have been when they were going to go get Killua right after the Hunter exam.
They do show a picture of all the brothers though, and there is the picture of one of the brothers walking away from
But
them.
Killua never brings them up, and Killua
Yeah.
allegedly is the only one that gives a shit about this person.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
it's
fair.
like it just felt like, oh, that's what we really needed in our high quality stories, like wishes and shit like that. I'm like, nah, I felt, because everything else, while being a fantasy element, was very strictly explained and kind of grounded in a sense. Like it all had to fit this specific framework. It all followed the rules that were laid out earlier on by Wing. So it's like, this is how Nen works. This is how Nen abilities works. These are the kinds of abilities Nen users can have.
Yeah,
All of that kind of tracked until Alika, and then it's just like, oh, well, this
From-
doesn't fit that mold at all.
And the
From
rules
everything-
and the rules are arbitrary when it applies to Killua, so it's
I will
all the
say,
rules they set up.
Oh,
say,
you're talking about like
it's-
the wishes and shit. Yeah.
Well, I was talking
Yeah.
about the rules of Nen in general, but yes, the rules of Alika don't apply to Killua because fucking reasons, It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
oh.
So hold on a second. From what I of just remembering the entire series in one go, if I remember correctly, the rules of Nen pretty much were like everything still had to kind of be like physically possible. Like you couldn't just create something out of nothing.
Well, what are conjurers?
Yeah, they made
Well,
something out of their Nen. That's
fair
the
enough.
conjuration.
Yeah.
But
But
they
it
said
still
that
had the-
something created out of nothing would be like weaker
Yeah,
than somebody that was
Nen-
like enhancing a physical item.
That's true. In fact, they said for Kurapika's chains, those chains would be just as they'd be weaker than actual chains.
But also
Well-
remember that Alika didn't create shit from nothing. When that lady wished for like €1 million or whatever, Alika didn't make it appear. It was on the news.
Yeah, a
that
blimp went
blimp
missing.
had been
Yeah, money
fucking
blimp.
teleported.
Well,
Yep.
but the thing is, though, like, yeah, that wish in particular is like, well explained. But like, how was the healing explained? You know what I mean? She just heals
Well,
shit.
Well, I mean, with like the fingernails, like she like accelerated the fingernail growth.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
fine,
with like the
but
bird
Gon
was about
was-
to die or whatever, and Gon was like literally dying too.
Gon
You know what
was
I mean?
basically Griffith levels of skeleton by the time they got to him.
Yeah, it was actually really. I forgot. I guess when I was rewatching it, like I guess I missed that part. But yeah, I forgot like what his hand looked like and actually
Right?
started tearing up
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. You looked fucking terrible.
He looked horrible, and I was like, our little boy is just in fucking pieces right now. It's kind of hard to watch.
Maybe he should have died.
There's argument to be made there. Like a lot of
I
people
mean-
feel like Alec. Yeah, a lot of people feel it's like a Deus Ex Machina thing. It's like, yeah, he's just back now. Don't worry. Even though we talk about how horrible the consequences can be, don't worry about it. He's fine.
I think I wouldn't have been as miffed by it as if Gon could not use Nen anymore, but I think he can still
Or-
use Nen.
Or if
that
or
would
at the
actually
very
be-
He's
least,
getting into spoiler territory for shit that happens after the anime ending, which I consider the ending. But he can't. His Nen's
he-
gone.
Oh, it's
Oh, really?
gone? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In fact,
Yeah.
I was keeping an extra eye out for this when he was like climbing the world tree and doing all that shit. No Nen.
And then
Okay, so he has no. So his Nen
Wait.
is gone. Okay.
wait, so him
That's horrible.
instant transmissioning, was that just his natural speed then by that point?
yeah,
Yeah.
he just jumped.
Yeah, that's just him being real fucking fast and athletic because his body still went through all that fucking training.
He's
Yeah,
still,
He's still the most
remember-
dieseled 13-year-old in history.
Yeah, you
Well,
remember,
yeah.
like, before they learned Nen, he was still a fucking monster.
Well, yeah, it's because they were able to fucking open those massive fucking doors, and then by the time they got to Heaven's Arena, Goen's
they were
whole
just-
strategy was just
No.
push.
Even when you see him on Whale Island, he was
That's true.
already a fucking beast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's really
being with all-
experienced, too.
Being with all those cougars too, yeah.
Yeah, he's real experienced.
Oh yeah, I remember. Like all of these, older women would, ask me to show them around. I'm like, okay, they were
They're called
predators.
cougars. They're called
They-
cougars. Like, I love
They're-
that fucking
They're
line.
called
I-
they're called cougars. I'm like, okay, yes, you're right. You're right, Gon, but they're also called pedophiles.
Yeah, it was really weird how it's like we specifically paused and talked about the implications of like, man, a lot of people just want Gon.
Yeah,
And Gon, like,
it's a little. It is kind of weird. Like, a lot of people
What's-
want to fuck Gon. It's like,
what's the saying? Like, two's a coincidence, like three's a pattern.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's
Yeah.
definitely more than three.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of fucking instances now.
No,
I mean,
no,
yeah,
that's a poor way to phrase that. Very poor choice of words.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if his Nen is gone, then I guess
That's fair. I didn't
not-
know about that, and that's
It's not.
actually really
It's
interesting.
it's still really iffy, but it's not.
Yeah, don't
yeah.
let that change your mind too much because, like I said, I count the ending of the show as the ending of the story. So anything
Okay.
not wrapped up or not explained by that point on screen is still perfectly fine to hold against the show.
Okay.
I was just kind
Okay.
of letting you know that, by the by, as the story continued, or as it was meant to continue, that was the case. He
In
did
all
lose the
honesty, we
fact. In fact,
kind
he's
of
not
talked.
even in the next arc.
Oh,
We were
he's
kinda
not.
The
ta-
story is over.
Yeah, we
The
were
story's
kind of
pretty much
talking
over.
about
That's kind of
we're-
why the anime like stopped. Well, it's part of the reason why the anime starts there, because it's like it's his story is done.
yeah,
Oh,
that's why
that's-
we kind of talked about it's like, man, why the hell did the guy just continue the story? He had an ending right fucking there.
Oh man, he kind of set stuff up, and he obviously he wants to keep
he was
going.
excited to start writing about the Dark Continent, and he started off. He got a good way into it, by the way.
It also can't be
Writing
under.
the next arc,
also-
which is all about how the expedition is gathered and put together, and who's going, and
Oh,
all
so
the
there is a whole
politics between the
completed
different
arc.
groups and all that shit.
It's
So
not a
there-
completed arc though. You got to remember, there's another weird X factor we haven't really talked about. Is like his health is like really bad, and like as tragic as it is to say, like if he does pass away the next couple months, it's unfortunately not going to be a shocking thing.
Yeah.
It's like I said, and that's kind of like I was like talking to my buddy Andrew about it, and it's like, yeah, it really does suck, but like it's just if he's going to be at the end, that's the way it is. It's
Yeah,
unfortunately the story will pretty much be done with. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
what-
part of me like doesn't want another like because people are talking about yeah season 2 of fucking Hunter x Hunter. It's like
no.
we don't need
No.
It's a
Oh.
bad idea.
We don't
Yeah,
need
why-
it is a bad idea.
It's why at the end of the day, it's really sad that Berserk is never gonna end. Now,
Mhm.
it's kind of because, like, if I remember correctly from the latest chapter, Mara was like ready to like finally get the ball rolling again. He was about to
Yeah,
be like, all
when
right,
Griffith was making moves, he was setting up his place. He was like setting down policies and what the laws and shit are going to be like. And then meanwhile, you had Casca's beginning of recovery.
mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of
And
what
as
it
a
ends
fan
on.
of Guyver, I'm just sitting here laughing at Berserk fans when they complain about no new chapters before the guy's death. Before.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I'll say,
Well, then
it's a bit harsh to say it now.
I know.
now Ninja's fucking laughing at all of us because of High School of the Dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
this-
watched season.
Isn't the Saga guy the same thing too? I never got into that.
Vinland Saga? I don't know.
I thought that was still going.
I thought
Uh,
it just ended because he said, "Fuck it, I'm done with the story."
I mean, if he got to an ending before that point, then fair fucks. If he didn't, then fuck that guy.
Oh, then
Uh,
we can't forget about D. Gray, man. How that's never gonna fucking finish.
Yeah, I never got into that.
Goblin Slayer's still going strong, isn't it? or did that?
Not
Okay.
sure. Haven't
Hey.
caught up with it in a while. Last I remember, it was still going with no plans to stop.
Hiatus
I'd actually be
is-
surprised
love
if
me.
Goblin Slayer did stop, actually, because it's something so simple and it
Uh-huh.
works so well that it must be the easiest thing to write for.
I thought Goblin Slayer was the guy who made Berserk, though. Am I wrong?
No, it was
No.
no, it was not Mira.
Oh, shit.
It's
I
just
didn't know.
one is very clearly inspired by the other in terms of their art style.
Oh yeah, it is.
Mhm.
It's Goblin Slayer was actually the author, an NPC the author had in his D&D game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
that's the whole
that's-
thing. It's like a weird, like, D&D game, isn't it?
The
Yeah,
universe
it
is
is.
essentially a D&D game, and Goblin Slayer is basically saying "fuck your rules." Because if I remember correctly, they even show a dice roll. It lands on a 1, but then Goblin Slayer just gets right back up. He says "fuck you" to the rules.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
And I think in one of the opening narrations they talk about like the gods and whatever rolling the die, determining fate and whatnot.
I mean, I don't, I don't mind that, but that DM must be pissed. That
Yeah.
player, that player that's just going, no, I get up anyway. It's like that would
That's
normally
not
cause
how that works.
that would normally cause any DM to be like, oh, you're either out of the game now, or I ultra kill him now.
Well, yeah, and then he tried to with the goblins attacking his home.
Mm-hmm.
Power of teamwork and the power of friendship, which
Power,
actually,
literally power of friendship.
well, I mean, it actually works there.
Yeah.
I like that scene where the Goblin Slayer is just like, I will give you literally everything I have, except, and then everyone's like, we'll help you if you buy us drinks.
I thought it was like 1 gold piece, or most people said like 1
Well,
gold piece.
no, that was before they decided to put in a quest for 1 gold piece for each goblin slain.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
Yeah, that was the receptionist lady coming in clutch because she actually respected him for a while because
Well, yeah,
he was
and
doing good work even if it didn't pay well.
yeah, and then you could tell that all the people did have an appreciation for him, even if he was a bit weird because of what he was doing, and they certainly respected him enough. They just made fun of him.
I made fun of him, but yeah, he was a brother.
Yeah.
Show. That's a good show. Fuck.
I love Goblin
Like-
Slayer so fucking much.
Kind of like Hunter x Hunter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think they with Alika they would have explained more with the weird? Sorry, you were talking about like the weird space dimension. That's kind of where Alika came from. Nenica came from.
Not space dimension. It's just the dark
Well,
continent. It's
yeah, the dark
world
continent,
outside
thank
of
you.
Their known world.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Nanika, the Chimera ants, a lot of the monsters and shit in that world, it all comes from there.
Dark Continent's fucked.
Yeah, the dark continent is pretty fucked.
And the way it was
Do
explained
not
to
want
me,
to go there.
and the way it was
Nero
explained,
went there. He didn't want anyone else to go there after he went there because it
Yeah.
sucked.
and the way it was explained to me is that like every time you go to the Dark Continent, you come back with basically like a curse or whatever, and like Nanika.
Kind of. There are
and-
diseases that act basically like curses, and they will do to you what Nanika can do to you.
Basically.
That's the connection.
And they're not all like Nanika, but they all are like as severe.
Jeez.
Yeah, none of them are pleasant. I think the only one you see exactly is the person who's been all like twisted and wrung out like a cloth. That's
Yeah, those-
something you see exactly.
Those wish deaths were pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah, they were just like crushed into paste.
Like the first chick who gets like her literal fucking head squashed inwards, it's like,
You know, for a shonen series, it was actually pretty graphic.
it was pretty brutal.
Pretty gory,
like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
I mean, like you have like Bleach, where it's like people will just spew like 7,000 gallons of blood from one cut, but that would be
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and
Well,
like they
I'm-
might lose their headband or whatever, so their hair goes flowing, but they're never like really like in pieces.
I was going to say, did Naruto have that much blood in it? Naruto lost his fucking
The
arm. didn't he?
manga was pretty
Some, yeah.
fucking rude.
There's some
Yeah.
fights where they
Like I remember watching the first fight like with Kakashi where like yeah he like they tie him up in like 3 different directions and then go to pull him and he does a substitute jutsu with one of the guys and yeah that guy gets literally like in the fucking pieces. It's like
There was a weird like static thing for a second, so like it's almost as if Discord itself was censoring you.
Yeah, it's just censored. And I don't ever watched it in the show, but there was the part with Zabuza when like the little ninja. Who was Zabuza's who?
Haku.
Yeah. When Haku gets the fucking Chidori, like in the manga, there's a lot of fucking blood.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, it was a pretty fucked up scene in general.
Yeah, like manga will usually like be a bit more graphic than the anime.
Yeah.
Because the anime has to adhere to broadcast standards. While
Basically.
Dude, Attack on
It's
Titan
supposed-
is another great example. Attack on Titan, the manga is fucking gory as all hell. The show has avoided practically all the fucking gore.
Yeah, I understand it though, because they just want to. My brain just stopped. I apologize.
And then we get like weird things like JoJo, where technically Jotaro is underage, so when he goes to smoke a cigarette, like his face is just blacked out.
Dude, Japan's weird. Japan is just weird in the sense
smoking
that,
a cigarette, so
They censor their porn.
yeah, I was gonna say porn is technically illegal in Japan, yet it's just like what the fuck.
Yeah, they have a. Yeah,
That's
that's
not
why.
illegal. It
That's
just
why.
has to be censored.
Yeah, that's why tentacle porn exists, because you don't have to censor the tentacles because they're not really penises.
Wow, you mean a law
that is-
to restrict what people can express themselves with led to only further degeneracy?
Yeah.
no.
I'm
In a very
It's like an anagram.
sexually in a very
Goddamn,
sexually repressed country. Yeah. No wonder things only got worse. So to bring it back to our talking points, who else has spoken on the best / worst?
Yeah, so like Alika, like I like Alika, but I do agree with Ninja. Like it does come. Like I was trying to literally think of anything, like to make it better, but yeah, it does kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah, they don't explain it at the time, so therefore, yeah, I kind of agree with Ninja.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
thought it was,
established
one of
in the art.
best
you know.
executed ass pulls I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say it was still
Uh-huh.
really well done. Like that's
Absolutely. I
that's-
would,
yeah,
yeah.
that's my
Even
point
I'm
of
not going to
contention.
dispute that. I just don't like the character. I don't like,
And like some, and I remember some people complaining, it's like, oh well, now Alika could do anything. Well, it's like kind of, but like Kilo doesn't want to do it that way. But it also kind of puts it in a different like light. Where now Illumi is now basically Killua's antagonist.
Yeah, I don't want to say, like, at the end where it's just like the restrictions now lifted, they're both free. It's like, oh no. One of them still has a massive target on their back right now.
Yeah, but now they're a fucking target. So like she could pretty much do whatever she wants, but they're being chased by one of the most dangerous individuals on the planet.
But then couldn't Killua like go? I wish like Alika, make Illumi never touch me ever, and make sure he's never near me, like within a 5-mile radius.
Okay.
Probably, but like, okay. Oh man, I cried when he was berating poor Nanaka.
Well, because
It
it's,
hurt.
it made
mean,
sense from his point of view. From fucking Kilo's perspective, Nanaka was basically just this curse that was taking over his sister.
Yeah, but
brother.
the curse like also loved Killua in a way. So
That's
He
why
was
even
literally-
Alika got mad.
order it around.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're both
Alika
equal.
was like, "Did you make her
You
cry?"
made her cry. How dare you? You need to apologize to her right now. I love that.
I guess one thing that could have maybe somewhat fixed the whole Alika Nanaka thing is if healing Gon, because Gon was so broken and like so immense, like just basically would die, would probably die at any second. I think that once Nanaka healed him, let's say Nanaka herself went away forever, or even let's say Killua had to pay the price for it.
I still
I
I would
feel
have
like
been
it's,
okay with like Alika lost her powers basically, because then that solves a lot of potential future plot hole problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
But
you
then,
cut
like-
it. You cut it off at the fucking base.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I guess
I
like that
thought-
would be a nice like wrap up because then Illumi would have literally have no reason to try to fucking harm them.
I thought healing Gon was gonna kill her. To be honest, with like the reaction that was happening. I
Yeah.
sort of thought we were gonna cut back to the hospital, and she was just in Kilo's arms, just dead.
That would be.
Would-
Ooh, that'd be
would've
dark. like I just thought about that. It's like,
Oh,
no.
that'd be dark. But Meruem eating a child's brains, you know.
Yeah, but no, happy ending. Shut up, stupid.
Happy
I like
ending as it showed Meruem and Komugi's hands as they're
That's
just
a
fucking
happy
corpses.
ending. It's the tragic lovers. It's,
You know,
it's happy in its own way.
You know, because I'm me and I kind of have to ruin these things. It's like, oh, it's all like, you know. Could you just imagine the smell in that room?
Damn
Could
it.
you
Why?
imagine? Could you imagine like when they go down and investigate or whatever? Like someone goes down there, it's like these two dried up, mummified corpses are all horrifying, covered with webs and shit.
Eventually,
Well, see,
yes,
I hate
somebody
you because
will.
I had that. I
like,
hate you.
do
because I had
that.
the same thought.
Well, I mean,
Like,
it's
weird, but yeah, it's weird.
nothing's wrong with eventually thinking like somebody will have to investigate this. They can't just let the palace just be a crumbled mess for like all eternity.
Mhm. I do
Eventually,
like the detail. I do like the detail, though. It is kind of like abandoned, like it is all falling apart. And even when we get inside the fucking thing, like all of the flowers and shit around the other houses are all fucking destroyed
right?
or dead. Sorry, destroyed's the wrong word.
It definitely shows time has passed. I enjoyed that.
It'd be like in the
Um,
original ending of Hunchback of Notre Dame, where you have the skeleton of Quasimodo holding the skeleton of Isabella.
Jesus Christ.
And then the puppet was hanged.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
could-
know. It's like, please, just like let's
Oh
have some
no,
happiness.
Pinocchio flashbacks! Please, for the love of fucking god, that movie is. You should
just-
see it. You should really see it.
We're
It's
gonna.
something
We
to
should,
behold.
I feel like we
wait,
should probably cover it.
the original Disney Pinocchio, or
No.
No,
I
the
mean
remake.
the Italian-made live-action Pinocchio movie that is book accurate.
oh,
So they
All
hang
the weirdness included.
so they
And there's
hang
a
the
lot of
fucking puppet.
weirdness.
Hang
So-
the fucking puppet.
they hang the puppet, and that would probably make me laugh because you're hanging an inanimate object.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't
and
breathe.
it comes out of nowhere, and it's like absurdly brutal in the way they shot it. So yeah, you're absolutely gonna laugh, and that's like only in the top 5 weird things that happened to him in that fucking movie.
Oh god! Oh, did they include the part where he gets his legs sawed off?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, really?
Well,
Yeah.
not
I don't
sawn
know.
off. He burns them off by trying to warm his feet in the fire when he has a nap.
Oh my god! I actually.
Yeah, and then he
Because-
wakes up and like he has no feet and he's like crawling around and screaming.
I'm
be
laughing,
good.
but I'm like shocked. Like oh my god!
Oh
like,
yeah,
Jesus
you should
Christ.
absolutely watch this fucking movie.
I don't
It is
want
a
to.
trip
I-
beyond a trip.
We should get a book accurate Little Mermaid too.
The
No.
Where she turns to fucking
stop.
foam because she's too sad and she wants a soul
People,
because she's
you people
ginger.
have no hope and light in your hearts. You
the
fucking-
moral of the story: be good or suffer. Good night, children. Don't die at 30.
I mean,
Look,
that's kind of how
alright.
this went.
Look, Max, my heart is a black obsidian chunk that pumps a really thick, viscous fluid,
Wow.
blacker than a black hole, through my black veins.
Wow, you're doing Black Heart. Wow,
Incredibly
that's
racist.
horrible.
Y-
You're gonna be canceled.
You're like,
Hey,
like
this guy's doing Black Heart out over here. You see this?
Well, yeah, well, no. What pumps through my veins is racism, literal, physical racism.
Well, don't say that too
Gross.
loud to the people who do the hunt. Anyway,
It's like that video, Shrek the Fallen Racist.
what?
Lion showed it too. It's so fucking dumb. I have become racism.
That's so stupid. I'll ask him for it later.
Yeah. Anyways.
So,
So worst part.
who's next on the list?
Okay, so honestly, worst part for me personally. So this is a weird thing, and Slur, I'm actually hoping that you might be able to answer this. Coin Man, Coin Butler, what's his name? Goto?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Goto.
Goto.
What the fuck was with that weird thing where he's dead, but they replace him with a body double?
Yeah.
That was just one of the shapeshifter dudes from the first Trial of the Hunt. that was that guy introducing himself and coming on as a member of staff, making, I'll admit, a socially unusual decision to arrive on scene as their dead friend. But
Yeah,
that's just him.
I'm surprised the butlers didn't just kill him on the spot. Actually,
Oh,
for that.
I thought that they were like using him as like a Skrull type of thing to like impersonate him for like the staff or whatnot. And
I mean,
Yeah.
in front of other staff, he probably uses Goto's form as his human form just because, I don't know.
Yeah, I know,
it
but, like,
makes things
but-
easier. But
But what's it make it easier
really,
for?
that's
like
just one of the shapeshifters is now working for the Zoldycks.
okay.
yeah. So it's I get.
I thought it was like they were trying to say that Goto didn't actually die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Or
thought
that he was a shapeshifter all along as well. And there are multiple
Yeah,
Gotos.
so it definitely muddies the whole thing.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird, and like I kind of liked Goto, so it's like, so it's one of
It's
those
definitely
things
an
where it's
odd
like,
creative choice to be like,
Yeah.
why would you do this? Why would you add this extra level of confusion right at the very end of your show?
Yeah, it's the credits. Like, please, no more. Like, you stop adding information. It's over.
like for a
This-
second I was like, oh, Hisoka's fucking awesome. He didn't kill this guy, and then it's like, oh wait, no, it's J.K. lol. And it's like, this is weird for weird purposes.
It's a shame I didn't use my bungee gum. It has the properties of both rubber and gum.
So
You don't
what
say, I've never heard this
does
before.
bungee? So much like
Hey, I don't-
Pot of
hold
Greed,
on,
what
hold on,
does
hold-
bungee gum do?
Hey, Max, let me explain it to you. Let me explain it. You ready? Are you,
Okay, all right,
Come
all
here,
right,
come
I'm
here,
ready.
come here, come here.
I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
It has
sure.
both the properties of both rubber and gum.
Wow, it's oh
You
my
say
god.
this. But what does
Fucking
that
revolutionary.
Oh my
love it.
Mind blown, man.
I love how we keep talking about it as if it's like the fucking Viggo Mortensen toe thing. It's like, hey,
Well-
do you know that that bungee gum has both the properties of rubber and gum?
I'm literally doing the fucking like. What does Pot of Greed do?
What is pot agreed? It's banned. That's what it is. That's
And
what.
lets
what
me
is-
draw
hold
two
on.
cards.
What is that actually what it does? Because here's the thing.
Literally
I haven't played
all it
Magic the
says-
Gathering. I've never played.
All it says is draw two cards. That's literally all it says in this like massive description space. It's 4 fucking words.
Yeah, but and the reason why it's banned is because it's basically a cost-free +1.
I know, but all I was saying is that there you go. But all I was saying is because that's a meme in the Yu-Gi-Oh circles. Is
Yeah.
What does Pot of Greed do?
Yeah, what does it
And-
do?
Somebody made like a 15-minute video just explaining what Pot of Greed does. It's actually pretty hilarious.
I laughed my ass off when I saw like a modern Yu-Gi-Oh commercial, and they were just like, I summoned Dark Magician and declared direct attack, and like somebody, like I think it was Eli, he was saying like, that's not how Yu-Gi-Oh works.
Oh, it works. That's not how any of this works.
You can only. I mean, like if he had no monsters on his field, then sure. But did he have any monsters on his field?
It was like it was the last move of the game, so I would assume like there were a bunch
So
of
during
monsters
the
on
last move of the game, he used his bungee gum.
the field.
Yes. His
Which
bungee gun. Do
which one has-
you think Meruem would have lost if he had to go up against Bungee Gum?
Bungee gum, maybe.
Yeah, Bungee Gum seems really OP. It has the properties of both rubber
With
and
rubber
gum.
and gum. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Meruem would only be able to counter one of those at a time. He'd be fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like he was dodging fucking insane attacks.
I was
that
going to say,
literally
I was
blinding
gonna say,
speed.
hold on. He was being like bounced around like a pinball machine at like. at, like, the
Oh
span of
wait, hold
light.
up. So he was bouncing and he was like sticking to walls and bouncing back. So what you're saying is Meruem is Hisoka's Nen.
Yes.
Oh
Anytime
my
he uses
god.
bungee gun,
That's the
just a picture.
true thing.
I would love just a
We did it, guys. We
Photoshop,
found the true meaning of Christmas.
just a
We did it.
Photoshop of
Got him.
just a Photoshop of Hisoka using bungee gum, like extending it to Gon's chin, and it's just a photo, like a very lengthened Meruem PNG, and just stretched out, just from the fingertip.
I just love those idiots. Bungee gum is bungee gum, you see.
I still need to, just for funsies, still need to do that edit. That it's like, what's this? What's this? And it's just looking at a bunch of
just the pictures of Bungee Gum. No, and not just Hisoka, but like panels of Hisoka explaining what Bungee Gum does.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then it's July 10th, and then also just a picture of Hisoka's ass.
But no, when you censor Hisoka's ass, make it a panel of Hisoka explaining what Bungee Gum is.
Yeah. See, bungee gum has the properties of rubber and gum, and then like Leorio's like, why do you have a massive erection? And he's like, because it has the properties of rubber and gum.
Rubber and gum. He's like- so dumb.
So,
I see. You checkmated me from the start.
well, when fucking Netero fucking detonated the bomb, fucking Max just basically went, "Oh, that's the you didn't win.
It's the ultimate form of you didn't win.
You didn't win."
You didn't win. You didn't win. Explosion. I see. You're salty as fuck.
Slur, you're on you're next. I know we've
next for what?
For the best and worst. I know we've been kind of like agreeing with each other, but do you have any particular moments you want to talk about?
Things you liked, things you didn't like.
I mean, we've covered a lot of it. I think the moment I liked, I think the moment where we finally get to hear Jing give his side of shit. Because, okay, it's treated as a joke just how fucking bad he is. But the entire run of the show, you go in with the understanding that Gon doesn't see it that way. Gon has his dad's exact fucking mindset. They both get it. They get each other. So hearing Jing actually talk about how he got started when he learned that it wasn't really the thing that he was after, that he was really after. It was the adventure of getting it. And how everything he's done to fuck around, dick around, and generally obstruct his son's attempts to see him was always putting more side quests in his way. Because as far as Jing was concerned, that was the real valuable shit that he could give his son. I like that.
Mhm.
He's still a dick.
He's still a horrible dick.
He's still
Absolute
a
absentee father.
He's
But
yeah,
that
he's
was
still
a very nice moment.
He's still a massive asshole to the point where it's just like, dude, just look at him at the very least.
Here, talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, hey man,
Like this-
I want you to have fun. It's like, okay.
It's
Like how-
just go and visit your son Gene, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah, it's just like how hard is this for you? Just go to the hospital, look at him, and say, "Come on, pull through, kid." Like if you apparently still want to see me, then come on, keep fighting.
And it's one of those weird things too. It's like that actually might have powered fucking the way
Yeah.
Nen works. That actually might have been like a better plot device than Alika. It's like
yeah.
just going like hearing his dad's voice and then like using that like not saying instantaneously, but like to do it gradually, like start to heal himself because he's actually getting the will to like come back.
To live, yeah. It's really weird because it's why the scene of Leorio punching him is so fucking satisfying, because he's just like, just go see your kid. Did he tell you this? And it's just like, he doesn't need to.
He's
Like,
literally
dude.
comatose, you fucking cunt. Jesus
Yeah, it's
Christ.
just like, come on, for once in your life. It's why I enjoy, like, even the fact that they're just talking to each other. The crowd is just going like, asshole. Like, that's all
Yeah.
you have to say?
Yeah, I love when he's like trying to like he's literally trying to push Gon out the door. Like he's like, go apologize to Kai. Yeah. It's like
He's literally trying to get rid of him again.
Get the fuck out of here. But then like at the same time though, he does kind of pull a dad. He is kind of okay.
He's a dad at
And
the
then,
last second, which I would say, like, oh yeah, is better than a lot of other characters.
It's better than a lot,
like,
yeah.
Like, it's better than Baki's dad, who straight up just, like, made a kid just so we could fight him.
was about to say it's probably better than fucking.
Yujiro's kind of
He-
on another tier, though. You can't talk about him like he's some kind of normal human being.
Yeah, fair
He
enough.
punched an
I-
earthquake.
So,
I
so we
mean,
also
yeah.
we also can't
We
pretend that
haven't
Shoot
seen
Tucker.
that show either, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, you also can't
I
talk-
watched like the first couple episodes, and I'm like, wow, the CGI is terrible, and it's like a whole bunch of exposition telling me a bunch of shit about a previous series and whatnot. That
Wait, it's not the
Just-
original
From-
series.
no,
From the
No.
The
From
one
the
on
context-
Netflix isn't the original. There's one, Baki Grappler, I think.
Baki
before
the
that.
Grappler.
Oh, okay.
From the context that I was given, that's like I can make a big enough guess that yeah, pretty shit tier dad.
I was about to say we can't talk like Shoot Tucker doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, that's there's a reason why that's a meme. That's because yeah, he's literally the fucking worst.
Mhm.
Would Minato from Naruto kind of be in not necessarily
No.
shit? Not
I was
necessarily.
gonna say you're gonna
Not-
compare Minato to fucking Shoot Tucker. All right,
I don't even know who Shu Tucker is. So
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
the guy
Oh.
who turns his child into a fucking dog.
To save his child from being
Oh,
broke,
okay.
basically.
All right. Then,
Yeah,
He
he
literally-
fucking,
I
he
was
literally-
just gonna.
He literally
I was just-
irreversibly destroys his daughter because he can keep his fucking license, basically.
which
Well,
is just
yeah,
like,
but-
dude, just lose your license and then get
Dude,
it back, dude.
just fucking be a goddamn carpenter.
Well, I was just going to say it's like, well, he's not necessarily a shit dad. He did seal half of the Nine Tails inside of his son, which led him to a complete life of ostracization and having a demon inside of him that wanted to kill him.
That,
That was
wasn't
on-
Minato's fault, though. He
That
left
was,
the third Hokage
I-
in charge, like, hey, make sure my son's okay. And third
And
Hokage
the-
is like,
Yeah,
I-
okay, that's what I say.
uses him forever.
Yeah, like
Like literally the most powerful man in this village, and he's like abandoned.
everything about everything about
He's
Naruto's
literally
childhood
Jin.
is so fucked because it like everybody, he's a social fucking pariah for something he had no fucking choice in. He was a baby.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you
Like-
actually get to see that play out with Gaara's arc.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows, Gaara's a fucking demon, and that's why. And it's not a secret, and you see that people still would have treated him like shit. But that's what makes their friendship so fucking meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
They understand each other on a level that no one else does.
No,
Yeah.
but like Sasuke is Naruto's best friend, even though Sasuke's a
fuck off.
fucking psychopath.
Yeah, Sasuke's a piece of shit. Like, he shows his true colors at the fucking end of the series. Like, literally, they just defeated everybody, and he's like, okay, I'm the bad guy now. It's like, what?
It's not
Yeah,
even like
he-
it's like not even everybody too. It's like the fucking ultimate super duper duper bad guy
Yeah,
who's
it's
like almost unstoppable, and
And then-
also killed the other super duper bad guy that nobody could touch a minute ago. So it's
Didn't
like
Yeah.
Context, Wyatt. Imagine at the end of
I-
Lord of the Rings, Sam and Frodo get back to this Shire, and then Sam turns around and wants to fight Frodo in a McDonald's car park.
But I mean,
heard-
Sasuke
I
like
didn't-
takes the tailed beast prisoner, and like he holds them in like the Chewbacca Tenseis or whatever, and then it's like, and
Wait,
then
leave
he's
Star Wars out of this.
Didn't hold on, didn't they both lose an arm, but Naruto was the only one that like permanently like didn't have his arm anymore? Sasuke just got a new arm.
no, they both got a new arm.
They both get new
Okay.
arms from.
Well, I thought Naruto's was a prosthetic. Sasuke just
Yeah,
basically
it-
got his arm back though.
No, I think both are. I don't know. I didn't watch Boruto. I don't watch Boruto because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Terrible person. Yeah. Ninja, do you have anything to say about the arms?
Great talk.
Very insightful. I agree 100%. We do need to round up the
Hey,
Loki
hey.
fans.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Listen,
said Loki fans, okay?
I saw the sentence I saw what you were going for, and I'm like, hey,
Oh, the tree,
Loki
and
fans.
we were like, no, sorry.
Fucking, on pure subjectivisms, I did not like, other than the moments with Leorio, I did not like most of the election arc.
Why not?
Probably because, I don't want to say just
It's fictional
animatisms,
politics. It's fictional politics.
but I mean, that's not inherently bad. I love, like, all the fucking, I don't love the Senate scenes from the prequels, but I can stomach them a lot more than, like, say, my parents can.
I feel like honestly though, I feel like some of it went over your head a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's because I don't want to say I take people at their word, but the weird thing is, like, I know he had, like, ulterior motives. It's just everybody was just like, "Oh, you piece of shit," and it's just like on the surface level.
Yeah,
like,
you seemed to keep getting roped in by Pariston's charm.
Not this
and
charm.
kept forgetting that he's a fucking piece of shit.
No,
Like,
not even
his
he's
charm.
introduced as a piece of shit, but
Oh,
then
his
he's
charm,
like, he looks nice, he's smiling, he always says things that sound like they make sense, and you're like,
No,
yeah, this guy's making
fuck
some good points.
No, fuck his. No, I was paying attention to what he was saying. Fuck a person's charm. It's why I have 0.
What do you think charm is?
Like
It's
they're
what people
like a combination of things. No, that's just the
Charisma.
dialogue.
No, it's more
No.
about if you
How you sell
express
it.
yourself in such a way as to get people on your side.
It's literally your persuasive ability.
Yeah, that's what politics is. It's not about if you can do it. It's about if you can convince people you can do it. Like, what's his face was like the perfect politician.
Person.
Yeah, Paris needs the perfect politician.
Yeah, that's why Netero brought him in.
And I also kind of like at the end of the day, he was also actually a pretty chill dude.
And he's basically, oh yeah, by the way, Mouse Lady, you're president now. I resign.
This was
Dog
just a-
lady, sir. I'd appreciate
This-
if you actually respected my religion.
This is just
But
a game.
no.
This is just a game. Mic
Yeah,
drop. I won. Here you
Well,
go.
she looked like a mouse, so
She looks pretty dog-like.
I don't know. My
Her
mice
literal
and dogs.
name is Cheadle Yorkshire. Like,
Well, I didn't remember her name. Okay.
Fair enough. Anytime they said her name, though, I was just like, Don Cheadle, what are you doing here?
Just threatening to kill baby Thanos.
Means
Look, okay.
First off,
maybe,
that's awful.
yeah, it's like killing baby Hitler. It's like, maybe if we put Hitler in like a better situation and circumstances instead of
no,
killing him.
we fucking instead of shooting him or anything, we strangle him.
No.
Don, you're literally the war machine. You have like all of the guns. Like, why do
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to strangle him
With the umbilical cord too. He's
with the
essentially-
umbilical cord? That's the implications. Like, damn, bro.
Wait, what? Is that in Loki?
No, that's in
uh,
fucking Endgame.
Endgame.
They talk about the time travel, and he goes, "I ain't but like Thanos is the problem. So what if we, you know?"
And then he makes like a knot, and then like as if he's like pulling like 2 pieces of a rope.
And like the
Just
sound
like-
effects is really good for that part because it actually sounds like he's like tightening something. So it's like, wait,
Like
what the
he's
fuck is that
like
noise?
he's really straining. Hence why Professor Hulk goes, first off,
Well,
that's awful.
horrible.
It's Thanos, and it's just like no, not next.
Thanos.
No, it's like the
Republicans.
kill baby Hitler argument. They're just like kill Hitler while he's a baby. It's like, oh, how about no? You encourage the art school or something. Remove him from the circumstances in which like just remove World War I from his life because that was probably a big fucking factor.
Look, if you send Hitler to art school, then he would have been melted.
No,
no, because that's not Kang's will, don't you know?
No!
Oh yeah,
God!
didn't-
Stop!
Oh yeah, at the end of the show they pulled like a fucking Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
I have Kang the Conqueror. We was Kangs.
I can't believe they fucked up Kang and Taskmaster in the same month. I want to die. Just like want to fucking.
What, you
kill
didn't
myself.
like
so
Black
happy
Kang?
I don't know who they are.
You didn't like Black Kang?
They're like underrated villains, but
The
like I
problem is,
really
it's like,
enjoy them.
From
But
the
now they're gonna be
comics-
shit tier in the MCU, and it's like.
From
I
the
mean,
comics,
Taskmaster doesn't exist anymore, so.
That's the thing. Like Taskmaster in the
like
comics.
that was like a legit sigh. Like I like part of my soul left my body with that breath. Like
So as I was-
MCU shit. If you like it now, fuck you. My
So
hot
as I-
take.
So as I was saying, like with Taskmaster, he's really awesome in the comics, but I guess to just the general public, they just hear a description of him and they would just inherently think lame. I guess.
Yeah,
Which
that's because the general public is fucking stupid. Don't
Well,
fucking
yeah.
appeal to them.
Well, no,
I
never
don't
appeal
deal
to the
with normies.
never deal
Well,
with the general public. That's why, like,
no,
I get
that's-
mad. That's why I get
Sorry,
mad at the
go
whole
ahead.
ray tracing thing. I'm just like, God, like
Well,
it's,
yeah, but
it's literally
but
like a
no,
tech
but-
buzzword right now.
I know, but bring it back. The thing is, like, if people get like think that's lame and shit like that, it's because they're not fucking creative. You can actually do something really interesting with this character, and a lot of authors have. So it's like, sorry, it really fucking bothers me. And it's like, yeah, it's like, well, he sounds lame. It's like, okay, yeah, if you fucking draw him to be lame, like a chick who's like, kind of mad at her dad or whatever, it's like, ugh, God, fucking damn it, dude.
Well, yeah, that's inherently the problem. Is like for us, for right now, the fact that we clap at practically every idea and never the execution. We sure do think a lot of ideas are stupid at the same time. It's like, oh, you'll clap at like, what if Loki was essential, like with the past couple EFAPs ago. What if Loki started acting like Doctor Who? And it's just like, why are you guys clapping at this? This is shit. And also makes no sense.
So I almost want to say, like, when is enough? Like, what if you have just a movie of Loki helicoptering his dick while singing "I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy"? It's like an hour and a half of just that. Would you clap at that?
There'd be people
I mean,
who clap.
if it's
There
Tom
would literally
Hiddleston,
be-
there's absolutely a market for that.
No, it's not
Yes,
Tom Hiddleston. I'm the old Loki.
No,
Richard
Croak. Well, no, I'd clap for that.
but-
See?
Yeah, buddy.
Like, or what if it
Alligator, I
opens
mean,
up?
yeah.
What if it opens up with like the reveal that Tony Stark actually was the one who killed his parents, and then he ate them, and then he wears their bones as a crown?
That's
I
horrible.
mean, yeah, like, would you clap at that, or would you say that's a great subversion? Right?
These fucking people don't even like know what subversion is and say it's a good subversion.
That's,
Like,
well, that's
Hunter
the
x Hunter
thing.
has good subversions.
Yeah, it does.
It has great subversion.
That's awesome
Oh, holy
subversions.
shit! Is
yeah.
that the track that we're supposed to be on?
Yeah.
Um,
Again, it'd be equivalent. Like imagine, like during the Chimera Ant arc, or at least the beginning of it, and Goen was the one, and Goen actually helped Neferpito kill Kite.
oh no,
Like,
I was
imagine. Yeah,
I was
like, it
about
would be
to-
like that.
I was
It'd be
about to
like
make
that.
the Last of Us 2 joke and be like, Gon just goes up to Neferpitu and goes, "I forgive you," directed by Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, but like he helps Neferpito kill Kite or whatever, and it's like, okay, would you consider that a great subversion? And they'd probably go, no. It's like, okay, I agree, that's shit. Then why the fuck is the ending of Loki so goddamn good?
Why does he get to kiss
Kang was a
himself?
black man, stunning and brave.
Yeah, but people are upset about that because it's a black man named Kang, like we was Kangs.
What if
Wait,
Star
hold
Lord?
on. Is that seriously a thing?
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
like,
god!
You've become the thing you swore to destroy.
What if? Hold on. Let's
Oh,
not
that's fucking awesome. That didn't even occur to me.
let's not forget the
Oh
Marvel
my
what ifs that are coming
God.
out. What if T'Challa was Star Lord? And it's just like, oh,
What?
that's gonna be shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of the what ifs.
they're
What?
gonna
What
do
if
what if.
T'Challa was the one that Yondu took instead of Peter Quill?
What?
he-
What?
What if Killmonger saved Tony Stark during the scene where
Wow.
would've gotten
like,
his-
they're
the
just not even
shrapnel.
trying to be creative at this point.
what if
Like, what
Marvel Zombies, that thing that most people say is just a fucking joke, and the fact that people keep taking Marvel Zombies seriously is fucking stupid.
Marvel Zombies is pretty interesting stories though.
Yeah,
like there's a lot you
it-
can do
well,
with it.
There
those
is-
comics were pretty fucking good. I don't know.
Yeah, they're
There
really
is-
good.
It's just, well, the modern Marvel Zombies are shit. The classic story is pretty good. I'll admit
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Like, yeah, but all of these characters are based on classic design. So yeah, we're always talking about the better versions.
Well, that's the problem.
But now the problem
new
is
stuff
that those
trying to
better
override
versions
the old
don't
stuff.
exist anymore because they keep fucking trying to do this bullshit fucking PC culture shit. Like,
Oh yeah, they try. Well,
you got-
even before like introducing like things like agendas, like just retcons in general are inherently stupid. Such as Deadpool is now the reason why Venom is so crazy. Because
I wouldn't say
before-
retcons are necessarily a bad thing.
Well, they can add context to certain things, but then like the thing I was talking about,
Or they could
Deadpool
fix
is the
certain
reason.
things.
Deadpool is the reason why Venom is crazy was because before Spider-Man touched the machine that put the black suit on him, like fucking Deadpool touched the machine first, and he put it back basically, and then as he was walking out, he runs into Spider-Man and goes, "You should try something in black. It's slimming," and then that's the end of the story. And it's like, Why is this here?
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Because
Like I
Deadpool,
said,
lol,
not all-
random.
Yeah, but not all retcons are bad. Is my whole deal.
Yeah, they're not inherently bad. Yeah, it depends on the context and what
I
it's
think like
doing.
Tommy Elliott, like just introducing Bruce having a childhood friend is technically a retcon, but doesn't really ruin anything.
You can argue that Bruce must have had fucking friends that I've always hated the interpretation that like after his
But
parents
also
died,
very
he just
easily
was Batman the
argue
whole
that there's
time.
no fucking way he had friends.
both
Well,
both
it
ex-
It can
both
go
can
either
exist.
way.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Elliot was Bruce's friend even before the.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like
yeah.
before, like that's what I'm talking about. Introducing like a childhood friend before all that shit went down.
Mm-hmm.
That's too fussy.
Speaking of friends, Killa was a good friend to Gon.
He's a great
He
friend.
is.
Yeah.
Like fuck Sam. I want a friend like Killua.
He's also like
Killua will literally end a bitch for you.
I mean, like
without hesitating.
Killua is also really scary. Like when after, like I think after he went to like that underground hospital, like he's stretching, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this 12-year-old looks like he could bench press a
Literally,
bus.
like he's literally drawn like a JoJo character. It's kind of wild, like to see like the fact that he's like so fucking ripped and scary looking. Like, it's
know.
weird.
I will say, due to like stuff in my life, I definitely like Killua the most.
Yeah, Killua's a very interesting character, and he's a really tragic character as well.
I'm kind of disappointed Karapika couldn't get on like the Chimera and stuff. I know why, and it makes sense why, but I wish you could have seen him a little more near the end because I really liked him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. He's a great character.
Oh yeah, I love Karapika. I just love that scene where he's sitting in a chair, looking all depressed, looking at all the eyes of his people.
All the fucking eyes. It's like, holy shit, dude. This guy has gone through some fucking shit. Like, jeez.
There's also a Hunter x Hunter movie, by the way. I think.
Yeah, I feel like
Hold on,
cover that.
hold on. I keep talking. I'll look it up. I was gonna bring up our next talking point, which was favorite moments, but I kind of realized that those 2 points are kind of just accidentally tied together.
Well, actually, I actually didn't get a chance to share my favorite thing about it. I actually did like the like, it's one of those things where it's like I kind of like feel myself as kind of like somewhat progressive. I kind of want like some things to be like represented and shit like that. I look at being a trans character without it being like a blatant thing that is only that character is really like well done, considering this is like a fucking 20-year-old fucking story.
There's 2 of them. There's 2 movies.
Is there?
Are they recaps of the series?
There's Hunter x Hunter Fin Tomo Reiju. I don't fucking fuck off with my butchering of the pronunciation. And then there's Hunter x Hunter The Last Mission. One is from both of them are from 2013.
Okay. Are they continuations of the story, or?
Let me look. Film begins when the chairman defeats a powerful. Hold on, just
Wait, do we get more Netero shit? That sounds fun.
hold on. Plot: the film begins before the plot of Hunter x Hunter 7 decades ago. Netero defeats a powerful enemy known as Jed. Back in the present, a group of cloaked men storm into prison, free the captives. Sometime later, Gon and Killua take a break from their expeditions with Kite to pay another visit to Heaven's Arena and cheer for their friend Zushi. What?
That sounds stupid.
Hold on, I'm gonna
That
look at
sounds
the
really
poster
dumb,
because
actually.
because guess what? Because that would make me think like, what did they take? They took a break from the fucking
Yeah, they were
Chimera
like,
Anarch?
literally, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, like we're looking for like this potentially world-ending monster. We're gonna go
We go to
fucking hang
Heaven's
out with
Arena.
we're gonna hang out with our friend Sushi.
Is
It's
it?
an anime movie? Anime movies are never canon.
well, yes, but at the same time,
Well,
like,
some are.
it's really weird with the placement of the timeline, regardless if they're canon or not. So if this case, it's like taking a break from their expeditions with Kite. And it's like, oh, you're telling me they legit like stopped the Chimera Ant arc to do this?
Unless it's like resurrected Kite, or reincarnated kind of.
That would be fun. Like that's the
I
weird
guess-
thing is like I'd want like a movie about like some of the other characters.
The poster has like fucking Hisoka, like we've got Kurapika Leorio, Gones doing his Janjan Ken. So it's clearly before that, but it's before he loses his Nen. But at the same time, Kurapika's in a suit. Well, hold on. That could mean.
Is it a
literally
blue
anything.
suit? Out of curiosity.
No, it's black.
Okay. For some reason in Jump Force, they have Kurapika in a fucking like in a blue suit.
That is
It's
so
really-
weird.
It's
That's
really
that could just be-
strange because
that could
like
just
it's
be an
like
inking
he never
thing.
really wears that.
Well, Jump Force is just a shit game in general.
It's a shit game in general, yeah, but like, I wish that game was better.
I wish it had English voices.
Well,
I don't mind the dub. I just wish it was better. That's the
I
problem.
know.
It's like,
Like-
I
like,
wish it was a well-designed game. I don't give a fuck
I
if
know.
there's speaking in Yiddish. I want the game to be good because it's all my favorite characters hanging out.
I mean, blocking
already-
is really blocking is so fucking broken.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I've already played J Stars, so I've already had my big
J-Star-
crossover event.
J-Stars is the superior product, so just don't even play
Yeah.
fucking Jump Force.
I'm looking.
I plan on reviewing that one day.
Well,
There's that-
I mean,
hold on,
I'll
is there
throw in
three
some.
of
Wait,
them?
J-Stars or Jump Force?
Jump Force.
Okay, I can throw some points in from a fighting game perspective if you want.
Oh,
All
Because
right.
I made a really big post about it on fucking the FGC.
so hold on. So there's also so the other movie is called Hunter x Hunter Phantom Rouge, and it's apparently that's movie 1.
Okay.
Does it have Rouge the Bad in it?
Yeah, so
He asks
wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
disgustingly.
This is
Am I gonna
I
have
don't
to
know if
bring
I-
out the horny smasher?
at least with My Hero
That's
Academia-
Slur's job.
At least with the My Hero Academia movies, they tried to weave them into canon. Well, I don't know about the second one. They at least tried with the first one.
They
The
didn't
second one was a
really.
little weird because the second one was supposed to be the ending of the series. Like the original ending for the series that what's his name actually had in mind was basically the movie.
Yeah. He didn't. Yeah, he basically said like, "This is how the series will end."
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hope not.
Yeah, because a lot of people
because fan service bullshit.
yeah, but like thing is apparently Deku was supposed to die and then Bakugo takes over. That's why at the end
Really
it's
don't
like
want that.
yeah.
I
But a lot of people
understand-
don't like. But a lot of people didn't like Bakugo, so he was like, this doesn't feel right. But then he saw kind of like the thing people kind of liking Bakugo now, and it's like, oh, well, maybe.
Well-
And so that's the whole premise of the movie is like, hey, this is what could have been the ending, but it's not going to be.
I'm not saying like
Just
like
asking,
this.
He's like, hey, do you guys like Bakugo enough yet? It's like everyone's like, no. It's like, I ain't. Give it a minute.
And instead of fixing,
what's your name? Bakugo. That name sucks.
well, instead of fucking then putting more effort into like fixing Midoriya's writing, he's just kind of continuing to fuck it up. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I guess you like the idea of passing one for all over to Bakugo is not inherently a bad idea. It's
Yeah,
just
it's not.
I would argue like fix Midoriya's problems before you do that. Like, don't just transfer it just because you basically wrote yourself into a corner and don't want to write for this character anymore. Like, that's how you end up doing the Jason Todd bullshit. So
Fuck that attack wave.
my third talking point was just wrap up for the arc. I would say this arc does do a good. It's one gigantic fucking epilogue. Like,
Yeah,
we
it's
see-
the whole. It's kind of
like
the whole
even
thing.
even in
Yeah,
the sense
yeah.
of
Wraps up
like
everything, lets you know where everyone is now that the series is ending. Lets you know
Mhm.
what
like in
now
the
that our story is over, the world lives on. What's everybody
Kind of
doing?
deal. Yeah, it's like I said when we finished up. It's like you kind of get the idea. It's like you can see like pretty much where everybody's story is going. Like you could tell that the telling of this story is done, but the story will continue for these people. And like
Even-
it's
I loved how just during the election arc, like they weren't being like they weren't given like fan service moments, but we practically saw everybody we've met throughout the entire series.
Yeah, like that's something that was really nice about that. Is yeah, you're right. They weren't like it wasn't like a grandstanding thing, but like literally everybody, like all of the friends that Gon made along the way, like were there to like protect him.
Yeah,
like I said, it was
in the
because
hospital.
Hanzo's one of my favorite. Like, was one of my like standout like characters. I thought he was really cool, and it was really cool to see him back like from all the way from the beginning because he really respected Gon.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. It's like all the people like seeing him in the hospital. It's like, oh yeah, there's Hanzo. Wow, they like
Hanzo.
yeah, of course Hanzo ended up becoming friends with Gon after
Wait,
everything.
Hanzo's the bald dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the ninja. He's literally the ninja.
Okay.
Who basically was like halfway discovering Nen before he even realized it.
Yeah. He fucks Gon up like it's not even a fair fight almost deal.
Yeah, I especially like during the credits, kind of just showing like this is literally where everyone's at. Like Killua's running around with Alaka now, trying to go sightseeing, despite the fact they have a massive target on their back.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I guess I do agree with Jake saying that. Like, it's like, yeah, I really wish Kurapika would have came back, like at least like talk to them. You know what I mean?
Maybe somehow he heard about Gon and he's like, okay, I gotta go see this.
He's like, hold up, I've got to stop. You know what I mean? I gotta actually go check on my friend and make sure he's okay. Despite me dealing with all this bullshit, Gon's almost dead.
Well, it's that problem of like, how would you make them useful in the story? In this case of Leorio, like Leorio isn't like the fighter, so how are we talking specifically with like?
He's there. What are you talking about? This is his fucking best friend. He just needs to be there for the thing.
Well, I was about to ask the following question of, are we talking specifically for like the Antark?
No. I'm talking about him being there for Gon when he's like dying.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have to be there for the fisticuffs because he kind of lost his ability to use his Nen. I think. Like
No, it's still there. It's just unfortunately like he can't use like his main ability because of the conditions. He'll fucking die.
Of Crollo.
No, it's just that he could only use the chains against the Phantom Troop. He could still use Nen against other people.
Which is weird because like a lot of people complain about going back to Jump Force. A lot of people complain about like the Hunter x Hunter characters being a little inappropriate. And yeah, now that like consumed like now because like I played the game before I even watched the show, and now like I've seen the show, it's like because Kurapika's like whole moveset is the chains and shit.
Yeah, but he can only use them against the Phantom Troop.
Yeah, you can only use against the Phantom Troop. And Gon's ultimate is transforming into that fucking like reverse Super Saiyan. It's like
kill him.
Like if this like in animation, and I was like, yeah, this looks awesome. Now I keep seeing the show, I'm like, ooh. This is kind of inappropriate.
I mean, like Gon gets kicked, like you can't use him for a little while, like in your party and your team.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that he fucking like the reason why he can do that is because he has a blinding hatred for Pito.
I know, but
it's a little weird.
They had the foresight of like not having Ichigo use Mugetsu as his ultimate.
Yeah, and like Mugetsu, because they took it away from him. But yeah, and fucking J-Stars, he would fucking die when he uses his ultimate. Same thing with fucking Yusuke. Yeah.
Oh, and J-Stars?
Yeah, he would transform into his demon form, and then after your ultimate runs out, he just dies.
Wouldn't Goku just go Super Saiyan? That was just
he just goes Super Saiyan. Yeah. He does a Spirit Bomb, and then afterwards he goes Super Saiyan. You get like a buff to your damage.
Yeah, don't like in Jump Force, like when you when you just get blocked with your ability, your ultimate, and if it's like one that requires you to make a physical hit, like your gauge is just 0 now. Doesn't matter. It's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I could sit here and talk about like the mechanics of it being like absolute dog shit for a fighting game, but we'd be here all day. Yeah. We can run your Dragon's Den on that, actually.
I would not mind that. I would need to like play it some more because I haven't touched it. I beat it. It was fucking terrible, but I beat it. I
never actually finished it.
Yeah, like the final boss is like it gets really meta at the end.
Also, is Light a shonen character?
Technically, he's from.
He
the
is.
show.
He is in Shonen Jump.
Wait,
believe
hold
so.
on. Death Note counts as shonen?
So
I mean,
Light is not a fighter in the game. In the story, he loses his Death Note, so he's kind of just hanging out with the hero team. But for some reason,
What?
your OC can see Ryuk.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm
It's weird.
also, don't you like it how like you have different fighting styles that don't mean fucking anything?
They don't learn him anything, and they're just your flavor of hitting shit. And like,
Yeah.
it kind of sucks because I do appreciate like Bandai's, what's the word? Their support for like games and shit like that. Like, have you played Xenoverse 2 yet?
I beat Xenoverse too.
Yeah, you see like all the crazy shit that was added afterwards, like the fucking
Yeah.
mountains of DLC, and a lot of it's free too. So it's
Mhm.
like, what the fuck? This is all sick. But yeah, they added like a fucking different fighting style to Jump Force, and it's like, oh, this is awesome. I wish the game was better.
Yeah, didn't they add the sword fighter?
Yeah, they added Sword
Afterwards?
Fighter.
Yeah, but I just but it's like there's like a limit of how many abilities you can have too. It's like, oh, you want to use Amaterasu? Well, too fucking bad you can't use Amaterasu.
Yeah, it's like you want to use any stand powers or anybody who could draw cards or anything. Yeah, you're limited to like what you could physically do without being that character.
It was just
Some of
really
it's
dumb.
cool. Some of it's
Really
cool,
dumb.
but it's like, damn, I'd really like to be a stand user.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Going back to that,
You like-
yeah, like so, like the context for like that shit being used in like other media is like, like it's. Did you guys watch the show?
Yeah.
I almost just went like, oh, you could edit YouTube videos with King Crimson.
God damn it!
So
Hey Eli, how you doing, buddy?
so
Just in case you're listening, we're thinking about you.
so the next talking point, unless anyone else has anything to say about wrap up, does anyone else have anything else to say before I move on?
No, you can take the next spot.
I will say I didn't care for Gon as a character. He's not a bad character. I just didn't particularly like him. Well, that's just a whole series thing. So not really
Wait, who?
part of it.
Gon.
I didn't really particularly care for Gon as a character.
I don't want to. He's not particularly bad. It's just not. He's
No,
not.
he's
the
not
best.
he's not a bad character by any means. I just didn't particularly like him personally.
Hmm. Anyone got anything to say about that?
Ninja's AFK
I mean,
right
I
now.
can kind of see why he has shonen protagonistitis. He,
Yeah,
he
a
has
little
the
bit.
cookie cutter personality. I think he's a very good version of it, but it's
Yeah.
a very.
But he is
basic
kind of is
personality
just the
type.
template.
Yeah, I guess I was expecting something akin to Yusuke, who is just like almost the antithesis of a shonen protagonist. But
Is he?
well, he's very atypical, I should say.
I was
But,
gonna
I
say,
mean,
he-
he's part of what the shonen archetype is based on, so I don't know if that even tracks.
I mean,
Yeah.
his personality.
That
Yeah,
was
kind of
like,
a
one of the-
meathead, kind of a punk.
Yeah, he's kind of a punk with a
Doesn't
heart of.
listen too well.
He's
It's
literally
like, there's
he's
a
literally
lot
a
of shit in
punk.
there.
He's a punk with a heart of gold thing. Like, yeah, he'll fucking make fun of you and all that shit, berate you. But like, if you're in trouble, he'll actually step in for a random stranger. And that's actually how his story begins. Is because a kid was literally like wandering the street and he jumps in front of the car to
Hello?
save its life. Hello?
Okay, sorry. I like a cord just got touched and my microphone just completely disabled. I was just like, what the fuck?
Actually, speaking of Yu Yu Hakusho, I know a perfect, really dumb video I want to respond to with some people at some point in time. It's how Yu Yu Hakusho tackles toxic masculinity.
Oh dear.
What?
Yes, someone made a video about that.
So hold on, so Slur was actually bringing up a good point. Is can you like really blame somebody for having the tropes if they're one of the originators for it? It's like when Ninja and I were watching National Lampoon's like Christmas Vacation. I was for like the beginning, I was getting a little bit irritated at Clark because of just all the dumb dad tropes that were started that were just around at the time, and it's like, oh wait, like he's one of the originators, so it's like you kind of need to pull it back a bit. So
I mean, when was the original Hunter x Hunter manga like put forth? Like when was it
Shit
made?
zillion years ago.
Hold on, I'll
Yeah,
look it
mid-
up.
Was it the
90s,
80s?
Hold on,
90s?
Hunter,
90s?
Hunter.
No, I think it's
Manga
mid
start.
90s because he did other shit before he did this. Yu
1998.
Hakusho was late.
98.
98.
Well, I mean,
98.
before that,
Jesus.
I mean 98, but it's like, but you know, if that's the case, it's like, well, then before that you had Saint Seiya, Dragon Ball, fucking JoJo's,
So North Star,
yeah, Fist of the North Star.
which is
Hell,
which is like the true granddaddy shonen that it's
Yeah.
like never gets any appreciation.
No,
Yeah.
we could give it some love. Like I've been
Yeah,
meaning to
this-
really sit down and watch Fist of the North Star. I've known like the
It's-
fucking memes, and that's
it's-
about it.
It's kind of dated. Like the animation's kind of hard to watch. Not gonna lie.
Well, just
I
because
mean,
it looks
the-
old does not mean like it's unwatchable.
Wait, are we talking about the series or the movie?
Though there's the
Probably
movie,
the
but I'm talking about the
series.
original series.
Oh, I was talking about the movie because the movie has some pretty damn good animation.
Oh yeah, the
You
movie has
fight-
great animation.
you
But what does
fight
the
with-
movie? Where does the movie end?
I don't know. Like I know that Rao and Kenshiro have their big climactic final battle at the end.
Oh wow, so it's the full series then. That's kind of strange. I mean, I guess we could do the movie, and watch it, because like I said, I've consumed the whole fucking series, but I never actually watched like. The
Did you
movie.
watch? Did you watch any of the more modern Fist of the North Star stuff?
Not
you
that I could say.
I didn't even know there was any.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
there
gonna
is. Yeah, there's more modern like OVAs and stuff of it.
Well, like I said,
I can't find it on the internet.
yeah, Kentro's a fucking Kentro was a Mary Sue before he even knew what a Mary Sue was. I love how dumb Kentro is. He's so great.
He has a
You-
building fall on top of him, and he's like, "Oh."
He just walks through it. He just doesn't give a fuck.
he
and
walks through it.
And like everything is literally solved by punching. Like I remember there was a fucking part where like there was like this well, and it's like, oh, the well dried up like years ago. And then so there was like this kid in the village who like dies, and like Kenshiro was like just for some reason in the bottom of the well. I don't even remember why he was down there, and he just like yells the kid's name. He's like, no, and he punches the fucking well, the bottom of the well, and like just it sprouts water. It's like, bitch, what?
Remember when Kenshiro cured a mute girl?
Yeah, he touched these 2 points on the back of her neck, and he's like, "She will talk when her heart demands
I
it," or
was
whatever.
so fucking ready for you to say that he punched her.
Well, like,
Wham.
he uses the fighting style. The fighting style is about pressure points, so he technically used kung fu to save her life or to save her voice.
Anime is
I
weird.
love
If you
Kenshiro.
punched
I
the
love
voice back into her.
I love
Yeah.
Kenshiro so much. I
Just
love
punched her right in the throat. Just wham. Oh, thanks for that.
It's funny though, because I remember one fight, because there was a guy. So, like I said, it's based like his fighting style is like pressure points and stuff like that. So a lot of the fights in the manga don't end with that. It's usually just a touch or whatever, or certain techniques. I remember there was this one guy who was trying to impersonate him, and he's like, "No, you're not the Hokuto no Ken master. I am." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And he touches Kenshiro's pressure points, and he's like, "How many seconds will I have to die?" And he goes, 5 seconds. He's like, "Okay, count." So the other guy starts counting, and then he explodes. It's like so fucking dumb.
him.
It's so stupid. Only a true master of Hokuto no Ken can pressure points.
Hulk no, I think it's Hulk no Shinken.
Yeah, Hokuto Shinken. Yeah,
Hokuto Shinken. Yeah.
So,
Hokuto no Ken is the name of the fucking show. My bad.
so what you're saying is no to Fist of the North Star.
I'm saying fuck yes to this.
Yes, we not
You
yet. No,
yeah.
and we should at least watch the movie.
Well, yeah. Now, like I said, I'm actually kind of curious what the movie is, because if you're saying that it's, because I remember seeing like the beginning of the movie, it's literally him killing Zed to save Rin, and if you're telling me the final thing is him versus Rao, it's like, oh, that's like 80% of the fucking manga story.
Could we throw Devilman in the mix as maybe not necessarily shonen, but like having a shonen-esque kind of protagonist in terms of how he, in terms
I
of
heard
how
it
he
was.
views
I heard it was really dumb.
It's kind of dumb, kind of neat, but really basic.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember what the protagonist was even like. I don't remember him making much of an impression.
say, 'cause,
He
like,
was
even-
he was a good person essentially, and like his like him like and like his goodness allowed him to control Aemon instead of Aemon control him.
Oh yeah,
What
and his
the-
edginess just kept bleeding through more and more into.
Hold up,
the
the
fucking thing was called Aemon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Aemon.
Aemon, yeah.
Aemon the demon.
fucking. That's crazy. The fucking main antagonist of StarCraft 2 is Aemon.
Yeah, but this was in the 70s.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh wow, Blizzard, you guys are like not creative at all, are you?
And then like the ending of Devilman is everybody dies.
Oh,
Yeah,
you say
pretty
that.
much.
I thought about that
Also,
too, Max.
the
You're not
ending
alone.
of Devilman is, hey, that man, he's the devil. Damn,
he'd be
Oh, no.
bad.
that's a wrap.
You isn't legs.
Yeah, and what's weird is like
Ha, ha, ha.
in Crybaby, we actually get more of a fight between
What the fuck
I-
is Crybaby?
Devilman Crybaby, the Netflix show. It was the
Okay,
most
what is it?
It's an anime. It's an adaptation of the manga, and one of
Okay.
the adaptations.
So
of
it's
the
like-
manga.
So it's like Brotherhood.
I don't know. I
Okay,
don't think
so Full Metal Alchemist came out, and there was the manga being released next to it. But because the manga wasn't going fast enough for the anime, Full Metal Alchemist, the original show, has a completely different or different ending than the anime.
yeah, I know.
Brother-
I know that.
Yeah, Brotherhood comes out later and is the true to the manga story.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, they were going to have like a series of OVAs going over the Devilman manga, but they only released 2. And then then of course I think you had like different spin-offs and whatnot, and then you had Crybaby, which goes over the manga but like modernized it a bit. Like not modernized, I mean like put it in modern times.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do change a few things. But like in the ending of that, like they actually have a final battle with Akira, like a more substantive final battle with Akira and Satan. Instead of in the manga where at the end it's like you see a bunch of explosions above the earth, and then it just cuts to the famous scene with them laying on the rock.
Anime, not even once.
Not even once.
So my next point, this was over the show in its entirety, and favorite characters. Does anyone want to lead that conversation?
For me, it was Kurapika, Killua, Hisoka, and
Okay, just one, thank you.
Oh, just one.
Well, it's
Oh.
kind of. I was about to say it's kind of hard to say that because I was actually gonna say my favorite character is the Phantom Troop.
I was gonna say Killua.
So it's weird because I mentioned this before. I think I said it in the last podcast we did. The originally watching it, I really wanted to get to the Chimera Ant arc because I was told that's where literally all the shit goes down. So it kind of poisoned the well with how with Greed Island, and I was like, dude, I want to get the fuck off this stupid video game. I want to fucking see the ants. And going back and watching the Greed Island arc, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I don't know. I kind of agree. Hype really kills Greed Island.
It does. It does kill it because all I hear about is like, oh my god, Chimera Ant stuff is fucking great. And I'm like, cool. Why are we on this island? Where are the ants?
Yeah, but the thing is, without that anticipation, so what I'm trying to say is,
Yes.
without the anticipation of the next arc, I feel like that arc is actually not that bad.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everything is a complete arc and is very necessary towards the story, regardless of your feelings towards it. It's like how with Firefly, there are no like filler episodes. You think like one episode might be a waste of time, but it's like no, we're actually exploring this character almost the entire time. Like. So with Chimera, not the Chimera, with Greed Island, that's how we start to really develop Nen in terms of what everybody's abilities are.
I was surprised how long it took them to introduce Nen as a system. Not that it's a bad thing, but I was kind of surprised it took them until like about when you're a little bit into the fucking tower arc.
I always
Heaven's
consider-
Arena.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually. I mean, not that was a bad thing. It's just, oh, that's neat. That's neat.
Yeah, they got kind of a weird and wonderful world to introduce to you first, so I think they kind of just wanted to push the magic system back as much as they could. It's like stick with us on this before shit gets really weird.
So like, admittedly, like what, like because I had taken like I think like almost a 6-month break between in between like when I left it off originally and when I picked it back up. And I had kind of forgotten a lot about the basics of Nen, so they were like saying things like Ren and Zetsu. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are these again?
Oh fuck, you've got to go back to Wings class.
I just looked it up on Wikipedia. I just looked it up on like the fucking wiki. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what those are. Okay, I understand now.
It's one of those things where I just keep thinking about how broken APR it really is.
I really like Nen as a concept.
I mean, you
though.
keep saying that, but it's not unbeatable.
Yeah,
I know it's
very
not
unbeatable.
It's not unbeatable. It's.
Are you talking about
just
the
APR is
Josuke.
is Josuke. I mean,
Knuckles.
His Knuckles' ability.
No, it's not Josuke. It's clearly Kuwabara.
It's clearly Kuwabara. But the thing is, Josuke was fucking made. Like, it's weird. Like, Araki and the fucking Yu Hakusho guy, I feel like they were, like, you know, taking pot shots at each other. Because, like, Josuke was pretty much made, like, as, like, a almost parody of Yu Hakusho.
Well, what's funny is
But then it's weird because he's considered one of the
Knuckle-
best JoJos.
Knuckle honestly does just look like he's out of JoJo. We think we said that last time.
I mean, but, like, he kind of looks like he could be Kuwabara's, like, buddy.
Yeah, or long lost brother.
Not even long lost brother, but, like...
Kuwabara's, like, much cooler older brother character.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you? Kuwabara is plenty cool.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just say, my favorite character is Knuckle. Knuckle's fucking awesome. I love
Yeah,
Knuckle.
and I like Knuckle.
Like, he's
Morale
great.
also is he's got to get.
God, Morale's great
that guy is
too.
the fucking man.
And then
Morale.
fucking even Shoot's cool because he does that thing, and he's like, even he doesn't know why he covered one of his eyes.
I covered one of my eyes for no fucking reason.
No reason.
I'm
Don't
gonna
worry
fly
about
now. he
Yeah,
flies
the narrator
now.
who's been explaining every single minute thought that everybody's had up to that
it. Is
point.
the narrator a
gets to
character?
that, and he just looks in the camera like,
I don't
Uh-huh. Is the narrator a character?
That narrator. Oh my god.
oh my god, is Yodel guy a character? Can I say
Yodel
that?
No, like yeah, no. It's just as much of a fucking the fact that like in Metal Gear Solid 5, like Quiet actively hums the theme.
Oh my god.
Every time she gets a new target.
Like, she's legit the best party member, but fucking hell, dude.
No, yeah, it's like
You're just saying that because you like objectifying women, you sexist.
for
No,
a character named Quiet.
You'll regret your words and actions, sir.
For a character named Quiet,
She breathes
sure
through
is
her
fucking
skin.
loud.
No, it doesn't. See, no, context just doesn't matter. You should know this.
She breathes through her skin, bro. Shut up. It's fine.
So,
It's it all makes sense.
wait. So she's a frog.
Yeah, some days you go through the
Oh,
rain.
Hold on.
And some days you feed on a
Feed on Tree Frog.
Sometimes you fight to survive. All the time I sing now. The song's fucking great. You ever heard the fucking abstract remix of it? It's fucking.
We just get
it's literally sex.
No, just there's just a knock on Max's door. You're getting sued.
Oh yeah, it's Susan. Susan comes to Florida. She's like, "What's up, bitch?"
I mean, you should be careful if you sing a song. I mean, the Cinema Snob once got one of his midnight screenings videos taken down by copyright, even though it was
For
literally a
singing.
vlog. Yeah, but he got his taken down for a vlog, and you're singing a copyrighted song, so be careful.
Remember,
I don't think
there's-
Snake is saying. I don't know if Snake Eater's copyrighted.
It doesn't matter. You'll get it taken down.
No, yeah, sure. Like, ah, fuck it.
It doesn't
We'll
matter.
figure. Life finds a way.
Life
This is
finds a
a-
way for Yarp to survive.
Like life, finds a way.
Cursing me out.
World, according to Jeff Goldblum, is sadly not a show where Jeff Goldblum wakes up and then runs into a whole world that is just Jeff Goldblum's.
Yeah, I really liked in Ragnarok when Jeff Goldblum played Jeff Goldblum.
Well, no. So you're telling me you wouldn't watch a show where Jeff Goldblum wakes up and talks to his neighbor, Jeff Goldblum, and then he goes out to a like a McDonald's where the cashier is Jeff Goldblum.
You know, I would actually like it if like we do the Croaky universe and like they're all gators except Jeff Goldblum.
I would love that.
he's like, yeah, well, Lord of Thunder. He's talking to an alligator strapped to a chair. You can be my champion. Sparkles, he's threatening me.
It's like every time he's like just talking and the alligator's like, just that exact noise. It doesn't even sound like an alligator.
Have you seen the memes? Have you seen the memes where instead of calling it Slave 1, they show a picture of Jeff Goldblum going Slaves with Jobs 1, and it's just his face for Ragnarok.
That's the only way I'd accept it.
Wait, oh yeah, they changed Boba's ship name, didn't they?
Boba's ship.
So here's
right?
the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The Lego is named that, but the ship itself is still named Slave 1. But like at the same time, it's like Lego just forgot what it was. Yeah, this is Boba Fett's ship. You mean Slave 1? Yeah.
Well, they went with the name that kids would recognize on a shelf.
Yeah.
Boba Fett's ship. That doesn't make sense.
No, they said that was directed by Disney.
Yeah, they said like that.
They were instructed by Disney to take that name off of the package.
Yeah, what's weird is like if you're gonna change the name, just change it to the next name and just wait a bit until it gets it.
Disney has to do that, and Disney hasn't provided them with another name, so they were like, well, what the fuck are we gonna put on here? Literally, we're just gonna say
Boba ship.
Boba ship. Yeah, that's all we can say.
That's the retarded thing, because that's how it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Disney was a mistake.
Hot take. You heard it here first, I guess.
I mean, yeah, we have the Lion King and a lot of the good stuff they did, but you know, is it really worth it at this point?
I would say Iger's Disney is a mistake.
I mean, he's been on the way out for years now. He doesn't give a fuck what's going on.
How long was Eisner in charge? He was in charge for long enough for, like, I remember he was at the helm when Treasure Planet, definitely when Shrek was out, because Farquaad is literally Michael Eisner.
As I say, I like Treasure Planet.
Yeah, it's very underappreciated.
Yeah, I mean, the robot ruins a lot
yes.
the same way the fucking gargoyles do to Hunchback.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's got a lot of really cool shit going on. I like that movie.
It's kind of funny because I just watched Black Sails. I kind of want to watch like Treasure Planet or like anything that has like Treasure Island in it. Because all Black Sails is
Muppets Treasure Island.
I was about
to. Treasure Island is a fucking treasure.
Damn it,
so is that the definitive one? Because like I looked it up and it's like, man, like the last movie was literally Muppets Treasure Island. Is that the last one they made?
You fiend! You stole that right from under me. I was gonna say Muppets Treasure Island.
He reached into your fucking brain and just snatched the idea.
I mean, we could watch this one pirate porno that was like, hold on.
I do that on my own time. I don't need to do it on screen. God damn it!
Apparently, some people actually managed to cut out all of the sex scenes and make a PG-13 movie that's comprehensive. That's how.
What?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I can't remember, but
thanks.
You need to send that. I need to know what that is. That sounds kind of hilarious.
So, hold on a second.
All I think about is the fucking lemon stealing horrors, and it's like, actually, I would like to watch that movie without the porn.
It has been a
no, I think it's. Is it just called Is it just called Pirates? I think it's just called Pirates.
Wow, Jack Sparrow was right. We are quite an imaginative lot when we come up with the names of our stuff.
It's been a while since we've
Shipwreck City, Island of Shipwreck.
It's been a while since we've looked over our lemon tree. Yeah, you're right. Hey, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I think it is called Pirates because like there's a scene where they fight they fight a CGI skeleton.
I
Huh.
was supposed to say CJ Squid. I was like, oh,
It's like,
so it's
nope,
Japanese.
nope.
So it's a
Yeah.
Japanese porn. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's Pirates 2005. That's what it's called. Pirates
Alright.
2005.
All right. So now that we apparently have Ninja's attention, Ninja, what was your favorite character?
Fuck off.
I like
What
that
fuck
character.
up?
What was that about?
No, well, no, it's
It was
been
just-
muted.
Just AFK. It's not,
Yeah.
nothing bad.
No, I was just gonna I was just saying we have your attention. What what was your favorite character of Hunter x Hunter?
Mm,
It's
I guess
not
if I
an
had
easy
to go with
question.
the good, if I had to go with the good guy, I guess I'd say Gon.
Well, no,
Bad
just go.
guys, I would probably say Maron. I
So
really liked, his arc.
so now you and Jake could talk about whether or not Gon is a good character.
Yeah,
I never
apparently.
said he
Well,
was a
no-
bad character.
Well, no,
I
I'm
just
not.
said
I
don't
know you
like him.
didn't.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's subjectivisms.
So,
as long
yeah,
as
so
long
much
as
to
you
argue with there.
admit the subjectivisms.
It's entirely subjective for me with me, so I'm not
Alright,
saying
yeah.
he's a bad
You
character.
should put the thing I sent to the Discord on screen.
God damn it! Fine, I'll put it on fucking screen.
Wait, hold up. I agree. I 100% agree with this statement.
Well,
we need
hold
more.
on.
We need more of this.
No,
So-
that's not what I put. That's something else. I was talking about the live action
Like,
representation.
Yeah, I do like the idea of Cillian Murphy in an anime adaptation. Oh, who is the guy that's supposed to be Gene? I don't know who. I don't know this
who that is.
actor.
But I would really like it if they actually did like a live action Hunter x Hunter. If like it was John Cena in a wig for Bisky.
Trubisky, yeah.
Blur, I agree. Big mommy milkers. We need more of those.
Okay.
Controversial take.
I mean, yeah, only the most. Oh, I found the casting for Hizuka as a random Indian guy.
I saw that.
What?
Because Hizuka's whiter than an albino covered in snow.
Oh wow, that actually it's pretty well done. It's one of those things where it's like I feel like cosplayers. Like I feel like if you just gave movies to cosplayers, there might be something there.
I mean,
Of course,
they're
we
good
have-
at costume design, but the costumes they make, a lot of the time they won't look good from every angle.
Yeah.
Why does that symbol look like a command seal from Fate?
Well, actually,
Yes.
that's the thing. That's the lighting and a bunch of other shit can like make or break a costume sometimes. Then there's just instances like the Supergirl costume that we've all seen. Not the Supergirl costume, with the Flash movie that's coming out.
Yeah. That really bad costume.
Yeah, it's like I was giving it the benefit of the doubt and being like, oh, it's a behind the scenes picture, like the lighting's all shit, but it's like it could still look like ass though. Like
It probably will look like ass.
well,
I
it's
don't
like
get
like the problem with like the Flash TV show is that regardless of the fact the costumes are quote unquote comic accurate, they still look like they're like costumes from like a fucking kids costume store.
Yeah, like the Flash's costume looks complete garbage on that show.
Yeah, regardless of the fact that it's comic accurate. I'm like, this is why comic accurate does not always equal a good thing.
Mhm.
No,
Fuck.
I mean fucking one of Flash's costumes in Crisis on Infinite Earths at least looks like fucking pajamas.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's because that was just the Flash from the Flash TV
That's
show.
just the Flash. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the Flash from the Flash TV show. That's what
Yeah, like
his
the
fucking
old-
costume
the
looks
old-
like.
Yeah, that's the oldest one. He literally
No,
was just the.
I'm
Oh,
talking
you're
about.
talking about the old man?
yeah, the
no,
Barry.
I'm not talking about the old man. I'm not talking about old man
Who are
Barry.
you,
I'm talking
who are you
about
talking about?
the new
then?
Barry, the current Barry, the current Flash.
Oh yeah,
Barry.
yeah. The,
Yeah,
the
his-
situ- the saying still applies. Then it still looks like just because it's comic accurate, like it still looks like fucking pajamas and
Yeah, that was my point. It looks. It looks really bad.
Also, the effect of they're literally replicating the oldest Flash TV show by this point when it comes to like people running fast. Have you guys seen the newest clip where it's like somebody's chasing Kid Flash or whatever his name is, and it's literally like somebody running in place with a green screen behind them? It's that fucking bad.
I'm curious, like how they. It's weird. How can they make good looking super speed? Feels like they fucked up. Like, well, DC in general is like fucked it up in like every instance.
Yeah, it's because Quicksilver kind of showed us like how to do it right, but it's like now it's become like that baseline.
Well, I mean, like we see what he looks like when he's like standing still. Even like when he's running around, he still looks fucking stupid looking.
Well, yeah.
Like even like I love that scene, but like yeah, in that scene he looks like he's running like a fucking jackass. So it's like,
Well, I would at least say the TV Barry at least knows what running looks like. The movie one just kind of just hurls his body in that weird ice skater way.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like.
Your character's all about running. Do you know how to run? Nope. You're hired.
He knows how to choke women.
How did he get jobs after that? Because remember, he was the fucking guy from Invincible.
What? Ezra? Are you talking about Ezra Miller?
Yeah. What's the? I don't know. Anybody knows the story behind that?
No, I'm so confused what you guys are talking about.
He got drunk and fucking apparently choked a bitch out in like a bar fight. Like,
yeah,
it's like, how the fuck did you get a job after that, dude?
Hold on. I need.
Vic Mignogna's like this weird fucking European guy. Meanwhile, Ezra Miller's choke slamming bitches in a bar.
Well, selective bullshit is like aside. Like that's the thing. Johnny Depp won't be able to get a job for the rest of his life. Yet, fucking.
Dude, I don't know who sent it. Somebody sent that fucking Amber Heard as Jack Sparrow thing, and I actually wanted to cry for a second, even though it was a troll. Because, like, oh my god, she's literally stealing everything from that poor man.
I posted the video.
Video of Ezra Miller.
So don't play this on stream.
I don't want to play on stream.
Do not play this on stream.
I won't.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, guys. Now you guys are, like, actively looking at it, and I can't show it on stream.
Well, pull up it on your phone.
We're in the middle of talking right now.
I know. Pull it up on your phone. I'm talking to you right now, and I'm watching it. It's a good time, you know? It's called multitasking.
I mean,
it's
we can't really show it or link to it or endorse it in any way whatsoever, but just trust us. Shit's fucking nasty.
Look at it later.
We here at YARP do not endorse the choking and choke slamming of women.
Unless
warranted.
No,
if it's warranted, then yeah, choke slam a motherfucker.
No.
Somebody draws a knife, choke
You're
slam.
not wrong. You just need to shut up.
I refuse. You can't
just straight up choke slam a bitch.
Yeah,
he really fucking does. And it's like he does it like he's about to give an instruction. It's like, oh hey, you want to see how it's done? You want to see how fight? And he just fucking.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are fucking like you're just like
grab
holding
this thing called a telephone. We have these new devices that lets you look at videos with thing, and it's only like a 10-second clip. Not even.
Yeah, get out the telephone. Gotta
get my rotary.
Get on.
Hold on.
Get on.
Get my rotary telephone.
Like, do it like Mox the Class, where he just puts it over his eyes. He's like, think I'm watching the new Wonder Woman movie.
To bring it back to topic, what would you guys say was the best fight?
Is this a question?
I would argue, yeah, like it's not a fucking like
it's Netero versus Maryland. I want to hear anybody tell me why they're wrong.
Right, as soon as he asked it, the first thing I did is like, is there any fight in the show that actually beats that out for any reason? It's like, is it more emotional? Is there more build up? Is it just more satisfying to see something revealed? Or no,
Okay,
there's nothing. There's nothing that
So,
has more weight, has more build up.
Now, I'm not saying it's better.
You're about to
But
be
I'm-
wrong, so let's hear it.
But on a personal level, I prefer Gon just smashing Neferpito to nothing.
That's a good second.
That's
a
a
good-
lot of
that's a good-
catharsis, and it ends at the show. The one I mainly came up with as just pure personal satisfying was Gon's first real fight against Hisoka in the arena.
I was gonna
That's
bring that
a
up
real
actually.
fucking good fight.
That
I
fight's
was
actually really
like
well done.
how the fight just stops for just a minute. He after he lands the hit and he hands the tag back. It's like, all right, the arc
Yeah,
is
that's-
technically
yeah, that's
kept
legit
him to
agree.
his fucking word. That's
the
Um,
arc is technically complete in a way.
So I'm going to amend this Blackboard topic, and I'm going to say, what's your second favorite fight from Hunter?
Yeah, well then we just
My-
answered that.
My
All right,
my
yeah, so
my
I'm throwing
second
out the Gon fight.
my second favorite fight is Netero versus Meruem.
Your second is the best one.
You said favorite, not best.
That's fair.
No, we like.
You're right.
Well,
you
on my
fucking loophole,
board,
you son of a bitch.
on my
Technically, you're
board
right.
it does say best, but it was just like that. That it was a.
Well, no,
Like,
I mean,
can I
Ma-
cheat?
Max
Can I just
asked-
say my favorite fight is Mugi and Meruem's last duel?
Why are you-
Komagi
why are you-
and fucking.
Why are you chopping onions in this fucking room, Slayer? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, what the fucking means this shit right now?
He's
Hey,
like cutting
it's the
them
most
right next.
emotionally affecting fight in the entire show. Technically,
I love
It's
the
so good.
idea like Max's face is like pressed up pretty much right next to the cutting board as Slur's cutting some onions. It's like why are you doing this?
A close third was Meruem's tail and that child's heart.
oh no,
Jesus Christ.
the shortest fight in the show. Oh,
I
no.
really and maybe because it's it's a JoJo fight. One of my favorites is actually Morel versus what's his
Lion
fucking
Dude?
name? Lion Dude.
Oh,
I
Hagia.
forget
Yeah.
his name.
Hagia.
Or Lionel.
Yeah, if you dead name him, they'll shoot you in the face.
Yeah, Ploster just fucking shot me.
He's like, he's not called Hagia anymore, huh?
It's not a fight, but I actually really enjoy the kind of 1v1 between Ikalgo and Wolfen.
Oh yeah. Well, you consider it's a fight
Yeah,
in
it's
itself.
a
Is
battle
a
as well.
I was gonna say it's a conflict, and yeah, that is technically a conflict of interest.
It's like basically it's
I-
not a fist to fist fight, but it's can I injure you more than your black centipedes can injure me? Which of us is gonna crack first?
Mm-hmm.
Doggo,
I-
fucking chat as fuck, and it's like, yeah, we were talking
he
about
just
it.
fucking tanked that shit, and it looks.
He's like, I don't
horrific.
fucking give a fuck about this shit. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it seems like
I did
he's-
like Karapika just slapping the shit out of that one like fan trick dude, the super strong dude.
Yeah, his first fight's fucking awesome.
His first fight is actually a pure like an example of like, well, we now know where the stakes are at.
Yeah. It's like,
Like,
he
these
kills
folks-
three people.
Everyone's power level been firmly established.
He kills
Good.
3 people, and he has no access to the every body
Everything
part
below the neck.
He's just a fucking monster.
He kills a guy via a scream. He just screams in his fucking face, and he's just like, "Yep, that ought to kill you."
Yeah,
No, it
then-
wasn't even that. That just made his hairs go lax so that he could pull him in and headbutt him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was done. It was over.
It was
Then
like,
yeah.
Then there was the bit of like he bit the leech guy's skull off, then spat it at the other guy.
and then spat out the fucking skull fragment at another dude. Oh, dude, it's so fucking hardcore.
You're gonna want to drink like beer for 24
Yeah,
hours.
you're gonna need to drink like
Can
100 beers.
do.
And that's like, yeah, and like fucking going back to like favorite characters is like, want to like represent is like, I really like the Phantom Troop are all a bunch of fucking scumbag, terrible people, but they really fucking care about each other.
They're
And
assholes,
they have
but they
banter
like each
and
other.
camaraderie.
They really love each other, and it's like, yeah, you're a fucking family of murderers, but you're kind of a really well-functioning family. There's something admirable about that, despite them all being fucking monsters.
I mean, in way of acknowledging the passing of their friend, they did wipe out crime in that city for a while.
Yeah, they did.
So say they
They
did a good
wiped it
thing.
out real good.
What does he say? Go wild.
Yeah.
So good.
I
Crowley's
This
I
would
don't
make a requiem.
Yeah,
Can you
Crowley.
hear us from up there?
Did
Oh.
they
It's
Hold
so
on.
good.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I want
It's
to talk.
so good.
Hold on, I want to talk about like a loose end. Actually, the fucking boss man. We were supposed to show like we saw
Well,
the
yeah, that's
Nexorcist
another
from
thing that gets
fucking-
wrapped up in the manga. Hisoka does get his fight.
I was about to
Yeah,
say, yeah,
they
there
found
are
it.
there are some people who don't survive the interaction with Hisoka and the Phantom Troop.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just I forgot about that. In the Greed Highland, we see the Nexorcist. Hisoka technically is looking for him, and then next time we
Yep.
see Hisoka, he's trying.
He's like,
to,
he's
trying
like,
to
yeah,
outbattle
I was way fucking Crollo. What was going on? He's like, dude, like everybody died. Oh shit, really?
Lumi.
And
I actually
Leorio punched Jing. Really?
I actually.
Hisoka's just mad he didn't punch Netero.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never had a chance. Well, the thing is, I honestly believe that Netero would have just instantly just killed the shit out of Hisoka.
Oh, he wouldn't have killed him. No, that's the thing.
Like, he wouldn't have needed to. He'd have done one like thunderclap punch thing. Hisoka would have been just down and out, and it would have been just another fight to Netero because he's got
Yeah.
one punch man syndrome.
Well, hold on. I doubt, because Hisoka would basically been like, "This is a fight to the death." Like you,
Yeah,
either
but
fucking kill me or I
you can't
kill
tell.
you.
But you can't tell Netero that. It's like Batman looking at Superman without any armor. He's like, "This is a fight to the death." And he goes, "Okay."
Yeah. I actually really liked the moment between Illumi and Hisoka, where you were talking about what the possible implications of from the manga versus the fucking TV show. Hey, what? Can I kill your brother? And then
Jake, this is gonna be a fun thing. Do you remember that part where Hisoka and Illumi are trying to chase down Killua and the Butler gang? Do you remember when Illumi gets really fucking angry?
Yeah, like he threatens,
What does Hisoka say that makes him angry?
can I can I fight or kill your brother or something like that?
So there is a mistranslation with the dub for obvious reasons. Hisoka implies he's going to fuck Killua. And that puts Illumi in a fucking mad bloodlust. He's like, do not touch my fucking brother. I will murder you.
And this is why I watch anime in the superior language.
he just goes, "Hey, can I fucking rape the shit out of your brother?"
Well, no, even
I
in
will
Japanese, it's
murder-
it's censored. He says, "Can I kill you? Can I kill your brother?" in Japanese.
Yeah,
But,
I only ever knew it as a kill.
Yeah,
I never knew it
and
as
yeah,
the thing.
so the dead giveaway is something they couldn't really change too much. There's a hand signal that Hisoka does that is like a hand sign for like sex in Japan or whatever.
Oh,
It's basically the Japanese equivalent of putting your finger in like your cupped hand.
oh,
Yeah.
so
And
he's
so
like he's a pedo. Okay.
Well, no. He did that on purpose to piss off Illumi to set off Killua. Remember?
I'll be right back.
Because
Remember, it's like his killing intent gets out, everybody sees it because Illumi's a fucking monster, and then he just looks at him and is like, "Did you do that on purpose?"
You did that on purpose. And he's like,
Oh,
"Of course not."
okay.
Like, derpy face. Of course not.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, like he did it on. He did it to literally fuck with Illumi, and because he didn't want Killua to fuck it. He was working for Killua without Killua knowing. He wanted Killua to succeed.
Hold on, I got a meme I want to share you. It actually is relevant to Hunter x Hunter.
I don't know.
Find it. I can find out. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Here it is.
Oh no.
Hold on, I stepped away for a second. What happened?
Oh no. He took over the
Nothing
channel. God damn it. Dude. No. Bad. Bad, Jake.
Get out. No, stop it.
Slur, give me your bat. We must combine our powers.
I'm not. You can't horny bonk me for something I'm not being horny about.
But still showed it, though.
Bonking needs to occur, sir.
Well, no, he's clearly gonna literally just rip him in two, like fucking.
Oh, stop! Stop! Stop!
Like in Terrorizer.
This is a good noodle podcast. Stop it.
But like in
God,
Terrorizer, when Art the Clown saws that girl literally in half, and she's like in two gory pieces.
No, it's horrible. No, bad touch.
I just think it's funny.
It does look very funny. It makes me really uncomfortable, but it's kind of funny.
Goes to channel settings. You know what? This is made for kids.
Oh no.
No, don't set it to being made for children. We cannot give in to YouTube. We have to rebel.
Well, actually, no, we wouldn't be able to do that anyway because then we'd be hit with a $20,000 fine.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny because like Jake, your mic fucked up for like a split second, and so for a second it was like, no, don't. Like you were getting like phased out of reality.
like fucking Susan Wojcicki has the Infinity Stones. No, we all know. Kathleen Kennedy has those.
No, she doesn't.
Hold on, can we just?
How else is she still employed?
Because everybody's incompetent.
Hold on, for like a split second. Can we actually just talk about that? The fact that if we accidentally falsely advertise that we're made for kids, we get slapped with a $20,000 fine.
Let's not even fucking put it out there. Let's not say that. Let's not even fucking talk about that. Let's never. We have no fucking reason to speak of this. Shut up. That's the end of that chapter.
Well, I'm not saying we do it. It's fucked up as a policy.
So is Hisoka a clown or some sort of weird talking mime?
He's a joker. Like
he's kind of a joker thing going on.
He literally uses cards and shit.
So he's a weird talking mime.
No,
I mean,
isn't what you call clowns,
isn't just
I guess.
a fucking weird talking mime that's colorful?
Well, you never know. There are plenty of different subsets of mimes people aren't aware of.
Okay, mime culture is a weed I don't want to go down.
Okay, so first off, mimes are not a culture. Mimes are a species.
We're moving on.
I was so tempted for like a second.
Ninja, what's your favorite fight from What's your favorite fight from Hunter x Hunter?
I mean, the Netero fight is good. The only thing I don't particularly like about it is that a lot of it, because of the fucking speed that it occurs at, a lot of it feels like it's, for lack of a better term, abridged. Like, we don't actually get to see what's happening. It's just kind of explained to us. So there are other fights where you get to kind of see more.
Shoot versus Yuppie is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
I really like when Killua shows up to that fight. The whole Godspeed thing is really cool. I really liked a lot of the fights with, again, the Phantom Troop. Pretty much all of their fights are amazing. Most of the Killua fights are pretty solid. The one where he rips out his yo-yos is pretty cool. We were talking about that one where he kills the ant by rotating her head
upside down. Yeah,
upside down. Like, that was a really cool one.
I'm actually I just love the moment before. It's been a while since I've switched this on, and we just see murder mode just turn on.
Murder mode on.
And it's like right after he's stung, and it's like the ant thinks that it's like, oh, I'm gonna turn into an ant, or like make it our plaything, and then just upside down. Why is the room upside down?
Why can't I feel my everything?
That actually is a really good fight.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Sweet sugar. I want to make sweet sugary love to Aunt Jemima. I want pancakes. I want pancakes.
What a year gone on tangent there, sir.
I was going to say, what the
Don't
fuck?
go where I can't follow you, sir.
Well, that's why one of these days you're all gonna watch Nun Piece with me.
No,
You
we're
will
not.
No.
It's amazing.
I'm pretty
No,
sure it is.
Max
That's the next out.
Max recommends fucking DBZ Abridged, and I got past the Frieza arc, like, and I'm just like, I'm good. I'm
It's better though.
Well, then why do you have to be wrong, Wyatt?
Yeah, I was supposed to say, wait. I'm not
just
saying
not a-
jokes out of context. I'm saying you should enjoy the context.
I'm just not a fan of it. It's just weird. Just
I mean, he's allowed to say if it's subjectivisms. He's allowed to
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I just don't
That's
like
fair.
it.
we are all allowed.
Wait, did you? I thought you
we
liked. Wait, did you like it up to that point, and you don't like it now?
I guess at the same time, like I think it's because I know.
Wait, hang on, yeah, I'm
I
kinda
know the
confused.
end point is like it's not gonna be quote unquote finished. Like they finished Cell, but like
I mean, they
No.
finished
do.
Cell, but a lot of Dragon Ball media does stop at Cell, like different games and shit like that, different things.
That's weird. That's, 'cause
I mean,
that's not the end
they
of the
pretty much-
series.
No. I mean, like, even though it stopped at Cell, it's still a perfectly adequate ending to the series. To the
Yeah, you just watched
DBZ
Hunter x
Abridged.
Hunter, and that technically didn't end either. You know what I mean?
Well, like DBZ, like the end of the Cell Saga and DBZ Abridged just perfectly is like, if that's the end, that's actually a
A really
solid
good
ending.
ending. Yeah, that's a solid ending.
I guess that's
things wrapped up.
fair enough. It's just I guess I'm relating it to its source material, so I'm like, what? But like,
No, that's
Cell's-
literally that's
Cell's-
almost an adaptation
yeah,
argument, though.
Yeah, it is almost an adaptation argument. I don't know. Like,
We should,
maybe we
like I
sor-
said, we should sit down and fucking watch a couple episodes and see if it fucking grabs you back. Because
What
like
about-
if you enjoyed it for what that's what I'm trying to confirm is if you did enjoy what you were watching before, there's literally no reason that you wouldn't still enjoy the show because it does get better.
Have you tried watching SAO Abridged?
Are they? So hold on. With something like DBZ Abridged, is there actual like setup and payoff? Because some of my favorite jokes of
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
DBZ
They
Abridged
go
was
through
like
the
the
entire story, and they do actually do
And there are
quite
parts
good
where
justice.
like-
there are parts where it gets deadly serious. Like the
Like-
final flash, like is barely treated as a joke, and that's kind of the joke in a way.
well.
Yeah.
I was going
Like
to bring
it's like
up.
oh fuck, like it's like.
I was going to bring up.
Gohan's transformation to Super Saiyan 2 is better in the Abridged than the original.
And they even commission a fucking song for it. They actually asked somebody to sing the fucking original song. And I'm pretty sure they added frames of animation. I have to look this up. There's a part towards the end where like he's like crying and his tears are going up in the sky. And when his tears dry up, he gets more sterner. I don't remember that at all from the show.
So the thing I was going to bring up, how like my favorite joke, honestly, like it's gonna sound dumb, but was Muffin Button. But that's because it
Yeah.
had its set up like as he's like, does it have a muffin button? Where'd you get that muffin button? But we don't have a muffin button. Then where'd this muffin come from? And then as he like goes into Frieza's ship, you think he's trying to
Muffin
escape, and then he just finds the muffin button and just spams it.
Wait, there is a payoff though. Did you how far
Yeah.
did you get?
No, there is the payoff of the muffin button. He finds it
Yeah,
on
it
Frieza's ship.
actually
Yeah.
saves his life.
Oh, is that actually how it saved his life? The
Yes.
transformed like a
Yeah, there's a payoff to that. That's what saves his life.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
he,
like,
he,
I
made
surrounded myself in muffins, and that the projection. What does he say? It secured me and it transported me to Yardrat, also feeding me. And then I met the Yardrats, who were really nice and nursing back to health. They also kept feeding me their sick. That's why I could teleport now. Dude, there's no reason for you not. And they also, and I won't spoil this, Jake will know what I'm talking about. They pay off a joke from the first episode in the last episode.
Yeah.
Post
Yeah.
scene and everything. It's fucking really well done.
I know yes, it's really good.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. My
Yeah.
man of
Yeah.
culture, I see.
Yeah.
I think it honestly just does boil down to I was watching it as it was premiering, but then all the copyright stuff was happening.
Yeah, it
So
it
it
literally
stopped, and
fucking
then I
stopped
just
their
never picked
channel
it
for
back
like
up.
a solid couple months.
Yeah, and I just never picked it back up.
You should also watch SAO Abridged. It's really good.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that's
it's better
actually,
than
and
the
that's
actual
actually
show.
good. That's actually a good reference to EFAP too, because when they were all freaking out, I was like, "How could a fucking Avengers be better than fucking story?" It's like, because it is. It's a better
Yeah,
storytelling than the actual
it
fucking
is.
show.
Did-
They
did I-
shuffle
did I-
around the structure and they redo the characters so that the way the narrative plays out actually makes sense.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because,
Yeah,
well, it's
like-
because
like,
SAO is actually like shit. That's the problem. That's the thing.
Kirito is a freaking narcissistic sociopath.
Yeah,
Like
really
that's
cool.
his but
that's his
character.
abridged character. Is he's
Yeah.
like a
Well,
complete
no, that's
sociopath.
always been his character. The abridged just gave him dialogue that matched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Mhm.
Yep, and then Asuna is also equally as scummy as him.
Yeah, they're both
trying to-
really fucking weird, and their chemistry works a lot better when the show acknowledges that they're both real fucking weird.
Exactly.
I'm trying to
So there you go.
remember. There was, I'm trying to remember. There was a YouTube video that I watched like months. I think almost a year ago, where it was somebody breaking down how like the actual video game from SAO would not have even remotely reached like the status it had.
That's Mother's Cuck. That's Mother's Cuck. He did that.
Really? We
Is
don't
that-
like Mother's Basement?
I
Not
don't.
anymore. Not
What
anymore.
happened?
Well, wait, what happened? Because I've seen his My Hero Academia fight breakdowns, and they're pretty decent.
Yeah, they're really good, and his OP breakdowns are fucking awesome as well. So what happened to him?
I mean, as a person, he's a fucking really.
Well, I mean, yeah,
isn't
he's kind of a fucking he's kind of a weird fucking hardcore lefty, and he's kind of
and he's a massive hypocrite.
yeah,
he's
it's
a
a
massive-
bugs on the thing. But his fucking
Yeah.
videos are still pretty good.
Yeah, like
I mean, like a lot of his like SAO stuff is great, and his What's an OP is great, but
Yeah, his
I remember
What's Up-
watching his Goblin Slayer video, and I'm like, this is utter fucking dog shit.
Maybe
I
liked his
know.
I liked his How to Survive a Harem video.
I don't know. I think it's one of the cases where the person turned me off to the content.
That's fair.
Because
I-
like the thing that broke me when I was subscribed to him, I'm like, when he was like complaining about the ages of the girls in the Nekopara anime being relative to cats. So
Mhm.
like what?
What?
Okay, so the characters and so like the girls in the Nekopara, the cat girls, they have relative ages to a cat. So like one of them's like 3 years old, but that's like relative to like late 20s, early 30s in cat years. And
What's
he
the
was
cat? What's the cat number out of curiosity? Because I know the dog number is 7.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.
I almost just like without even thinking, almost just went there the same. It's just like, wait a minute, no, there's no evidence of that as far as I.
Okay, I just Googled it because I also wanted to know. Here's
Yeah.
the answer. The first year of a cat's life is equal to approximately 15 human years. The second year of a cat's life is equal to an additional 9 years.
Okay,
After the second year of a cat's life, each additional year is equal to about 4 years. So it's more of a
15,
it's less
9,
of a direct
4.
conversion, and it's more of like a fucking logarithmic curve.
That's
but
weird.
But basically, like, basically all the characters, like, they had like for human years, like like 2 years, 3 years, etc. sounds really bad, but since they're all like cat, their ages are relative to that of cats. They're all technically still adults.
I don't know. This
No.
feels like a lot of justification of the
No,
whole,
no,
yeah, she's a lolly, but
Okay,
she's 1,000 years
Okay,
old. kind of thing.
so no, I'm explaining his hypocrisy. See, what he was saying, that's gross and disgusting and whatnot. But if he has a tweet a while back pimping out his wife's stream of Nekopara, the actual visual novel that's actually has hentai in it.
Oh.
Okay, yeah,
Now,
I can think a movie or a TV show is weird and gross, and I don't really get why people like it. But hey, my partner's doing a stream of it. If you want to check her out, go ahead. 'Cause that's our job.
I don't know. I mean, well, then again, his wife like sells naked pictures of herself to other people. So
Oh,
Okay,
well.
well, the thing is,
Is
now
that
you're
does that count as
tying-
a cuck though?
I don't like. No, I'd say mother's cuck, as in he looks like the kind of guy that would be cucked.
I mean, kind of.
That's
Like, let's be fair, but
Well, so hold on. When does it turn from cucking to like a actual like business opportunity?
I was about to say
no.
That's
That's
was
not,
the whole
that's
thing.
not. That's not me. That's not why I call him mother's cuck. I call him
I-
mother's cuck because
I
he
know.
looks and acts like a cuck.
I know. I was making a joke at the OnlyFans expense. I would assume that's
Okay.
what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck he married her. I mean, she looks way too good for him, but whatever.
Well, he's got a successful YouTube channel, which means he has a lot of free time and a lot of money.
That is also true.
Yeah.
This one went in a weird direction. I was about to just talk about that video, how he breaks down the main game of SAO would just fucking fail.
Oh yeah, that
So-
video's
'cause
great. That's a really good video.
Because as an
I rec-
MMO, the game's shit.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, because we were literally just talking about something before,
We were ta-
and it's like, yeah,
You were
I would
talking
really
about
like-
best fight, and then like we.
No. I was like talking about like games and like worlds or whatever. I think we were talking about the fucking Oasis from Ready Player One.
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
No, not
Hold
like
on.
like we were talking about it a while ago. Is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
So
And it's like, yeah. So this
the
is what I was
Oasis
saying.
fucking
The S-
broken.
yeah, the Oasis is pretty broken, but the SAO shit, like yeah, being a bad game. But I feel like the Oasis is just a really, really powerful version of VR chat,
Yeah, it is. The
and
problem
I feel like
with
that would be fun.
the problem with the Oasis, I guess it's just kind of just the problem with the narrative itself is it doesn't understand that like people in this reality would just be the worst assholes on the planet.
Yeah, but
Like,
the thing is, like, you would enter, yeah, that's that combat zone and shit like that. People would farm for those fucking things. That is true. But, like, I feel like a lot of other shit in the Oasis would be really cool.
Right, it's just there's no way like you're telling me no troll has just gotten the kill everything, run into like a big social hub and then just set it off like Oasis terrorism essentially.
Mhm.
You're telling me no one would have remotely thought of that. That'd be like that like day one. That'd be like a gamer's first thought was, can I just murder everybody?
Yeah.
It's like,
And
oh,
then,
I see that the entire world has moved into a virtual space. I wonder if I could speed run this shit.
Yeah,
well, but the thing is, I feel like I feel like combat is like not relative to like certain areas.
well, I mean, you lose all your
But then-
money when you die. That's the problem.
Yeah, but then like, well, I feel like that's all in Dune though. Like, you can just not play those fucking games and shit like that, and you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Well, no, the bar shows that
Yeah,
you
the
can
bar
bring
shows,
weapons
yeah.
into every space. So literally,
Yeah, true.
if I saw like a rich player, I literally could just run up to them with a fucking knife and shank their
Well,
character, and
That's
then
not
they zero out.
necessarily true though, because just because you can do it in the bar doesn't mean you can do it everywhere. It could function a lot like quest hubs. For example, the quest hub in Destiny, you can't use your weapons.
That's true, but remember the whole point of that about the Oasis is that there are no rules. Like that's
Yeah,
the
but that's
Mm,
literally
not
that's
exactly.
That's literally stupid though. Like there has
There
to be
are
some
Yeah,
rules.
rules.
yeah. There,
When you
that's
get
the, that's the
get
dumb
shot,
thing,
you
yeah.
lose all your shit is inherently a rule.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
You
A
inherently
lot of
yeah.
the movie is them explaining and exposition dumping what the rules fucking are.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they keep saying Holloway wanted no rules, and it's just like then yeah, he fucked up when he even booted up the Oasis.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he's
like,
a fucking idiot.
he wanted, like, he had, like, lofty ideas that were pretty cool. Like, he wanted as little limitations as possible, but to say that there's no rules, it's like, that's just,
No, nothing
that's just
isn't.
not.
Nothing is more inherently stupid when it comes to Ready Player One than the fact that like you're telling me 5 years have passed, no one drove backwards.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the
Why
like,
would you
let's talk-
inherently think that that's something to do?
I hit
Because that's
backwards
what
in
all
Mario
The only reason
Kart.
you would think that is because that's what the movie reveals to you.
No,
no,
dude, a lot of people
gamers
do
do that all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They-
that's actually a thing people in racing games do, and especially like if they
Not
and it-
most
and
players.
here, well, dude, I've done that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when you know that you're not gonna win a race, sometimes it's fun to just troll and like go backwards. If I would have done that, I would have gone through the fucking world. Apparently, I feel like out of the hundreds of millions of players that played that game, I'm feeling like there could have been one person who
Yeah,
went
somebody
backwards
would have
in
gone
5
Yeah, I think
backwards.
the big thing about this whole argument is just that this is the game that every gamer on the world is playing.
Yeah, but the thing is, my whole thing is just like, yeah, the plot holes of the movie are notwithstanding, I think the game would be really fun to play.
Yeah, I'd play the Oasis. I'd make
So
sure to spend
that's
as
my whole.
little
That was my
money as
whole point. Is
possible.
like, yeah, SAO is a broken game, but I feel like the Oasis could be fun.
Like I'd love to play the Oasis, but spend as little money as possible because the fact that like your actual like They make it sound like your IRL bank is tied to the game, and it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it is
No.
microtransactions, so if you bought something and you fucking died, you'd lose that thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if in the book if they ever explain a bank system or if just legit you carry your entire inventory on you.
Yeah. Well, there's not really a bank. Oh, it's in the movie. The bank systems imply that it's the body because IROC dies.
Yeah, when IROC
he
died,
loses all of his shit.
All his gear just spills out, and then subsequently, I would assume, is deleted because the thing was set off.
Yeah.
Hopefully that shit
Anyway.
respawns. 'Cause if it
Anyway,
didn't,
so we talked about
it's
favorite
gone.
fights. What's up next?
Favorite villain.
Meron.
I mean, bruh.
Hisoka for me.
I was about to say, like, second is Hisoka,
I
but
would argue Hisoka's not always a villain. Though.
yeah.
In a lot of cases, he's really not.
He came
In
in clutch in
fact-
the volleyball game.
I was about to say, in fact, during the volleyball thing and the election arc, he is actively helping the hero team.
Well, he's going back and forth. He's actively like
I
murdering
still
the
say
shit out of
Hisoka.
people.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he was initially introduced as an antagonist, so
yeah, and also you could say that Meron's not really a villain at the end of his story too.
No,
he is
he's
definitely an
not.
antagonist.
yeah, he
Yeah.
starts off as a villain, but then he goes off as an antagonist. So I still say Hisoka.
That's fair.
Of course,
Like I said, second choice would be Hisoka, but I just love Meron.
Where's the bomber on everybody's list? Because I just remembered that he even existed. I was like, right, you exist.
Oh,
Back
Gundam.
that we don't-
Bomber.
I'm gonna say the fact that we don't know his name should be fucking pretty evident. It's like, yeah, who fucking
His name
cares?
is Bomber.
Yeah, he's about as mid as they come.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he was just stereotypical anime psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, he did pose a credible threat, and
Yeah, he
his
was.
plans made sense and all that shit. It's just he didn't really stand out too well.
Hmm.
Kentru.
That guy.
Trying to.
He did like his buddies. I did kind of like that aspect of it.
So it's a little bit off of the whiteboard, but
Yeah, we can if we.
if you were a character in this universe, does everyone remember the different? I don't know if you'd call them classifications, but the different types of Nin users. what would you
Enhancer.
want?
I know you
Conjurer.
have
Conjurer.
enhancers, manipulators, specialists, and I think that's all I can remember.
Enhancer, Conjurer. What was the
Yeah.
fucking projectile one?
Emitter,
Emitter, yeah.
I feel like there was another one.
transmuter was one of them. wasn't it?
Transmuter.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be a conjurer. I mean, like, if wishes are fishes, give me fucking specialist, but conjurer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I feel like specialist shouldn't really be a choice because
Yeah,
that's
the
cheating.
obvious one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
you want to just grab from the
All of
mystic
them?
bag?
I mean, I completely forgot what all of them do. So
Oh.
No, it's here's the
I mean,
thing:
they all
is
pretty
like,
much do what they say on the tin.
yeah, I was
It's
about to say, like,
do you
whatever,
enhance your own aura? Do you emit it in some form like Nen bullets? Do you
Or
transmute
the
it
lightning.
into something else like rubber and or gum or electricity?
or a combo of the both.
Combo of rubber and gum. That sounds like it would be incredibly useful.
Very useful.
Yeah, actually, that
and very
sounds broken.
yeah.
It's almost as if that'd be
Yeah.
a special ability. I don't know what you'd call it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you imagine how often you'd have to explain it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like people would just ask you, like, what is it supposed to be? And you have to say it has the properties of both rubber and gum.
No.
So-
That's implying that people would ask you. You'd have to tell them, like, right off the rip.
Yeah, you'd have to bring it up to them.
Like, you
I
kind of
agree.
like fighting and shit like that. So you're like, yo, I'm
Every
gonna,
opportunity you get, you got to bring it up to them.
gotta bring it up.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know Nen, even if it's just like a random person, it's like it has rubber and gums. Like,
Like,
dude,
who are you?
you're just looking at your hands. I can't see anything. Please leave me alone.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I guess
That killed him.
I've been like spinning like something like really interesting with rubber gum, and like just a Wendy's worker just going, "Sir, this is a Wendy's,"
Sir, you gonna order anything?
and like they
Yes,
don't have
I would
men, so they
like-
don't.
I would like spongy.
they
don't
gum.
see
It has the
anything.
Yeah.
properties of both rubber and gum.
Sir, we don't
So-
sell gum.
Sir, would you like a medium frosty?
Well, and what kind of gum does it have the properties of? Because if it's like juicy fruit or something, like that shit flavor only lasts for like 5 seconds. You know what I mean? That doesn't count.
Oh.
Gotta be Big Red, man, because it's like it doesn't last as long, but it fucking hits.
I'm Ricky
Well, yeah,
Bobby. If you don't shoot Big Red, then fuck you. Yeah!
I'm mad that he stole that joke from fucking Idiocracy. If you don't smoke Teletones, fuck you.
I love
Look,
Ninja.
it's
like,
got electrolytes, okay?
hold on.
Plants crave.
Hold on. I love how like perfectly in sync Ninja and I were on that Big Red joke. We like perfectly fucking said that in sync.
It's a good fucking line.
I'd be
Idiocracy's great.
Well,
so,
no, that one's a rough.
So
It's a fucking
assuming
documentary.
Yeah.
so
President. What the fuck was Terry Cruz's name? President
the
Alejandro.
Camacho!
No, President Alejandro Mountain Dew Camacho
Yeah, something like
A
that.
wrestler slash porn star.
slash porn star slash
yet-
President of the United States.
I was going to say, and then that became reality.
That's what it's saying.
Almost.
Trump was
No,
on WWE.
yeah, he was in
I don't know any
WWE.
porn, but other than that, I mean, he did fuck
I
somebody.
mean,
Somewhere
there was
in
that
Russia.
fucking thing with Stormy Daniels. Like, I mean,
Close enough.
Hold
oh,
on,
no,
son.
what's wrong
Hold
with
on.
this?
Hold-
Camacho! Holy
It's like,
shit!
it's
Okay,
like
guys.
that fucking scene in Super Troopers where he's holding his fingers up because you gotta get. You're so close. Get another meow in there.
Okay, I got it. I got the name. It's Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Herbert Camacho.
Yes.
I was about to say like the porn thing. I immediately thought somewhere a tape in Russia.
He's talking about, as I said, there was that Stormy Daniels thing.
He is
He literally
the
fucked a porn star.
five-time
Allegedly.
Ultimate SmackDown champion, porn superstar, and president of the United States.
Dude, Trump was President Camacho. This is like, what? And I see this coming.
To answer,
Blow your mind.
to answer, so can we make the guess that like could we make the through line though that if we choose this thing it could lead to this thing? Because I was thinking of the Nen threads because that's actually a really good fucking ability, but you'd have to be a conjurer to get that.
No.
I think.
I mean, yeah. Well, I figured you want to be an enhancer with your fucking.
I would be that enhancer is my first choice because I actually really like if they're like if
whatever. So if you pull up the chart or whatever, the ones near your fucking thing, you would actually have an easier time learning. However, they do straight up say, this is why I kind of like it, is that you can still learn the other styles. It just might be more difficult for you.
Doesn't it also cut your potential in your actual given field in half? Because that's what happened with that guy.
Well,
who
yeah,
made the
because
clone.
everyone essentially has a limited amount of time / thing that you can master. Like your
Right.
potential is not limitless.
Right. There is a hard cap somewhere.
So if you're devoting all your time to learning some ability that you're not, innately qualified for, then yeah, it's basically going to be like a giant waste.
Or you could just be the fucking most gangster fucking enhancer of all time, and then you're fucking Netero.
Yeah.
Didn't he ever specifically say what he was?
The
We could
implication
assume
was
he
he was
was an
just
enhancer.
really fucking strong, and like the
Well, yeah, but
Bodhisattva was just like basically
Well,
like
the
a
same-
I don't think they
manifestation.
actually said it because the Guanyin Bodhisattva is a conjuration, but the way
Yeah.
he trains his enhancer.
Yeah.
So I think he's a bit of a myth.
Plus Bodhisattva just means somebody who's enlightened. So
Well,
Yeah,
his,
bro-
you could
When
argue
they
that
were
it's
doing,
summons
his
the
big
1,000-hand
backstory
Buddha.
thing, they were just talking about him basically doing like kung fu, essentially. Like he
yeah,
really
but
did
that's
specifically
that's what-
have a Nen part of his story.
So,
yeah,
so
but
is
that's what I'm trying to say is that like the Bodhisattva is a thing. That's why the fucking master was like Bodhisattva because he saw that Netero like has achieved like the ultimate form of Zen basically.
yeah, but like he is hitting people with the giant hands.
well,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, that's a weird thing.
Is he, or are those literally just his hits?
No, those.
I-
A visual representation of it.
So basically, so you're saying, is it like Demon Slayer where they're not using lightning and water and fire? It's just there for visual flair.
Maybe.
Oh no, that thing
Yeah.
was definitely physically there.
Yeah,
We
it's
saw it
physically-
take
Yeah,
up
it
physical
it has
space
to be
and move
physically
through
there.
rubble.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say it's physically there.
And yeah, Meruem reacts to it too, and so does everybody who sees it.
Yeah.
Understandably, it's fucking massive.
It's fucking huge. And it's
ter-
like,
it's
why is that thing
terrifying.
behind that guy?
Yeah, I can't believe they ripped Naruto off for it. You know, it's so shit.
You talk about
Oh,
this?
man.
That's literally
Um,
just a giant stand. What are you fucking talking about? It's literally
Oh man, I
platinum.
No, that's
can't believe-
literally in Naruto, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I know.
1,000-hand something or another of the wood style.
Yeah. The
Oh,
wood-
really?
Yeah,
Although the
it-
big
it-
wooden Buddha truck doesn't compare to the Bodhisattva.
Oh,
Even
no,
though even though I think this was before that in Naruto in the
Yeah,
manga.
well, that's the joke.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Um,
God, that
Yeah,
music
I-
in that fucking scene. boom, 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 ba-na-na.
no, I actually,
It's so
in-
good. So, did any of you play Asura's Wrath?
No.
yes,
So, there's a song that plays very similar to that song during a really huge fucking fight. And, like, yeah, it's like this crazy operatic fucking, like, classical music playing during one of the most hype fights of all time. It's so good. Big dick energy. Literally, because that's literally what it was. It was literally big dick energy.
what would you be, Ninja?
I would probably be an emitter. I like the idea of being able to shoot shit like beams and shit. It'd be pretty cool.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Actually, yeah, I really want to look at the chart. 'Cause
I
feel like
don't.
I feel like I'm missing one.
I don't know what I'd be.
Well, just pick which one you'd like. Obviously, like, yeah, we can't. Pick,
I would be a conjurer. So I could like attack people with packs of Nen dinosaurs.
fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, that's the thing about like Nen. It's like it feels like a more like grounded version of JoJo stands, but they still operate on like the insane levels of like what JoJo stands can do.
And then I
Like,
guess
I mean,
you know
they're not
I
quite
could,
on that level. Nobody's deleting times or shit.
well, hold on.
I
Nove
know,
has
dude,
a pocket
nobody-
dimension.
Nove had the pocket dimension. That's kind of fucking crazy.
That's pretty fucking S tier, but like, it doesn't freeze time. You know, it just kind of
Yeah, but
creates
it
a
free-
physical space.
but it- I was about to say though, in like the way that fucking like science works, time or space and time kind of coalesce.
Hold
Right,
on.
but
where,
he makes his little pocket dimension branching off of like specific locations in
there's
our
still
world.
entrances and exits.
So yeah, it's still bound to the space time of the planet he's on.
Hold on. Where the fuck do Chi 2 and not Nove and Moral go?
I
Also
think
a pocket dimension.
what?
Yeah, Cheetu's ability, when he got it upgraded, it put them in a little pocket dimension.
Yeah. Were you talking about P2? P2's a P2
No.
was a
P2.
P2 was a
The
specialist.
Cheetahman, the
Oh,
Cheetahman.
I thought you said
Yeah, I was
P2.
saying Chi 2.
Yeah, T2, not Neferpito.
Never P2.
Which also Neferpitu's Nen
Another-
ability is kind of neat. It's a further example of the Nen threads that we saw earlier from the Phantom Troop.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a more extreme circumstance because it's a fucking surgical unit.
Yeah, it was really cool too. Like the way it was like basically like a full fucking surgery scene.
Also, like P2 is just flat out just doesn't have Nen essentially. While using that ability. Remember, if Gon just hit him, fucking he would have just died.
Mm-hmm. Slur, did you
Slur-
answer?
Yeah, I don't think it's you answered, Slur.
Oh, which one did I think it'd be?
Yeah.
Probably a transmuter. I like the idea of being able to generate Nen and use it to do shit. I think that's neat.
The thing I love the most about Nen is the fact that there's just the creativity is almost fucking limitless. Like, Killua, who originally just was using it to generate just electrical, like, bolts, ended up using it to basically boost his nervous system so that he could catch the dart, and then turned it into just Godspeed in general.
Well, I feel like that's an enhancer technique because emitter and enhancer are like right next to each other, aren't they? I keep saying that. I need to look at the chart.
They are. That's the
yeah,
thing.
emitter and enhancer are right next to each other.
That's the thing I'm talking about because of that level of freedom. Like, because like if something's right next to it, you can have.
Oh, by the way, we did forget one. Emission.
Well, that's what I
No,
chose.
we said emitter.
Emitter.
See,
Yeah. Okay.
we
Okay.
felt like we were leaving one out because none of us were allowed to say specialization. Because
Well, there's
that's-
manipulation. Did we say that one?
Said
We
manipulator.
chose it, but we said it. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Besides the obvious one, because I'm staring right at you, Max. Which specialization would everybody grab? I fucking know. Like an example would be like the Nen thread or the healing bot thing, the puppets. Like of the Uber special ability, which one would you guys
I
choose?
shall be right back.
Are you saying that those abilities belong to a specialist, or are you just talking about the powers in general?
Yeah, if you could
Well-
if you could literally just snag the power, which one would you choose? Without saying the
Oh.
obvious one. I know you're gonna fucking say it.
What?
No, you.
What?
No.
Well,
I'm
okay,
not
Max, how about
falling
you
for
just
it.
say the one you were going to say?
I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing. You want me to pick somebody's power? I don't exactly 100% know.
Well, apparently there's an answer already.
Apparently, there's an answer, so that's why I'm
Well-
like, wait, what would I pick?
Well, no, you were. I thought you were gonna meme and immediately say bungee gum, and it's just like fuck it. I know it's
okay,
useful,
yeah,
but
no.
fucking god damn it, shut up about it.
No, I wouldn't want that though. That's the thing. I would probably want something like Corliss.
Bungee gum is actually incredibly fucking useful, though.
It's not used for what I want though. Like I don't want to fucking fight people. Like here's the thing, like in JoJo, one of my favorite stands is Pearl Jam because
Okay.
it's the stand that like lets you cook food and like basically cure people's cancer.
Fair enough,
Right.
actually. I think that's why I'd love to just be an enhancer, because at the end of the day, like, imagine
It's just a fight, yeah. You punch
imagine
shit.
just well, no, I was actually just gonna say just moving shit around. That would mean if like say if I had super strength right now, that would mean oh yeah, I could just move my stuff
you
so
can-
I could play VR. Like it essentially just makes life inherently easier.
Imagine
definitely,
going
yeah.
through all the process to learn Nen just so you can move a fucking couch.
Well, I mean, like that's things
Like with
Kung Fu
minimal
people, like,
effort.
I was gonna say like that's the same thing you say like with the coolie from
Kung Fu Hustle.
Hustle. Yeah, he was just really fucking strong, but he used that like for manual labor. I guess you could say that he was trying to like stay incognito, but still.
The funniest joke has always been in comics whenever Spider-Man moves from apartment to apartment. Not only does he just have so little things, picking up his stuff is just so fucking easy for him. It's like, oh, I just need to set this couch down. One arm fucking like lift set.
Right.
Because that thing weighs nothing to him.
Because he has the proportional strength of bungee gum, which contains the properties of rubber and gum.
Yeah, there you go.
They got it
I
in
don't know,
there.
that
Hey, we
girl
got it.
who had the power to tell the future, but only in poems that no one could fucking understand unless they
That one's
were
Oh,
full
right,
mental
yeah.
brains. I think
Oh,
I'd
for
like
real.
that power just because of how much it would annoy people.
Fucking
It's like I can accurately predict the fucking future. No, I'm not going to translate it for you. Good luck.
Well, it's like I can't translate. I don't understand poetry.
I think another reason why I like the Nen threads that much is because you're not impervious, but you could pretty much heal like almost right after anything. Like, oh no, I fucking like nicked like a chunk of my thumb off while I was like cutting like some carrots. Up, my thumb's back.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Even
You
one,
picked an example so mundane that the Nen power almost becomes overkill by default.
Oh no, Zena's
yes,
pretty
that's
cool.
true.
He can literally bypass fucking flying and shit.
that's true.
That'd be really fun.
It's just a fucking dragon.
It's just dragon. Plus, if you know, fucking If I could work for a PMC, and if I ever need to fucking bomb a country, Dragon die.
No. So whenever you need to commit a war crime, good to know.
Whenever I need to commit a war crime, Dragon die. God, like that's legit one of my favorite moments. Like that's so fucking cool looking.
In terms of like who was everybody's like favorite side character, like that we pretty much like, what was the name of the gourmet hunters? Like they're not my pick. My pick was gonna be Hanzo because it's just like, hey, it's nice to see you again.
I already said mine. It was fucking Knuckle.
Who?
I
Well, no,
like this
not
character.
no. I said side character of like that we have
What do you
only.
consider a side character?
Well, it was. Well, I was specifying like somebody that we had seen and only they made like pretty much only a brief cameo or only had like an episode where they were back in main. The
Alright,
main
I'm gonna
frame.
pick Miliki. He's just a bitter, salty piece of shit who's fat, and that's it. That's his whole
He
character.
sacrificed
Oh, yeah.
like, multiple butlers just so he can get a high-end PC.
Oh
Yeah,
god
he did.
damn it!
Dude, this sucks
He
because
doesn't even do Assassin's job. His whole thing is just that he's a computer nerd, so he has drones deliver bombs for him.
he's an assassin that just drone strikes people. It's just like, how the fuck did your parents still tolerate this? Like everybody else uses like
He
their
does his
fucking net
job.
or something. And
Yeah.
He gets the contract's done.
He
Fair enough.
Done. He brings home the money and he carries on the family legacy.
Fair enough, I guess.
I mean, remember what Zeno said? It's like, we don't do this for fun. We're professionals.
professionals, we go in, we do the job.
I
Sounds
guess
shit.
would
Yeah, I don't like your fucking definition of side character, by the way.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. So
well, sorry,
you can.
I don't. I
You know?
didn't want to say reoccurring character because with something like Hanzo, we only see him like after the Hunter exam. We only see him like what, twice. We see like the fact that he
Isn't that
learned
technically
men.
a reoccurring character?
I thought reoccurring means like you're just actually like you make
mean,
more
when-
than just
what-
the
Is
four
that,
stops.
is that a side character? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't like your definition here, bud.
Then help me. Then fucking
Well,
help me. That's what I'm asking, dude.
Isn't Lando and Boba technically side characters in Star Wars?
They
Yes.
would be described as minor characters or
Yeah.
yes, side characters.
Yeah, so like it can
They
just be like
also
a
do
minor
s-
character.
What,
But they
what
also
about?
do significant things for the plot.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Slur.
That doesn't
Slur,
mean
would
it's
you
still
Still side characters.
Slur,
Yeah.
would you say Q is a reoccurring character for Star Trek? Because he technically has made a lot of, like, he's made multiple appearances, but he's not a side character.
But you
He still is.
hold
side
on, you've
character.
just asked me two different questions in the one
Fine,
sentence.
sorry.
I think you've like
Sorry,
overlapped
hold
the
on.
definition in your head.
Yeah,
Whether
sorry.
someone is a reoccurring character has nothing to do with whether they're a side character. Reoccurring
enough.
literally just means they have occurred more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Side character. Try and find it. The
A side
definition.
character is basically a background character with a name and some lines.
Side character. No, wait.
So
That's a fucking...
Knuckle is a side character.
Fair enough,
The
then, yeah.
transforming dudes who help out in the first Hunter challenge, they're also side characters. It's just some of these side characters are less equal than
The
others.
secondary character is responsible for progressing the story in some way. As we just okay, never mind. That's a fucking thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like legit every single character. So yeah, Hanzo does
Yeah,
that because
background character that actually does some shit. That's a side character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
So with that, I guess I can have. Oh, his name. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now.
Developer of Great Island.
No.
you mean
Yeah.
the author insert.
Oh wait, no, Bisky.
Yes.
I like
Bisky is really good.
Yeah.
Bisky's a
Bisky
good fucking
Kruger.
choice.
Yeah, Bisky.
Yeah.
He's Bay.
And for some reason, her like really buff form, I'm like, I want you to step on me, but I'm
Stop.
not sure why.
Stop. I may agree with you, but stop.
Oh god, am
I
I
see
gonna
you're
have to
a man of
mobilize the
culture.
Air Force?
I mean, like.
Hey, at least I'm saying. At least I'm like no.
Yeah, I want to say big titty goth girl, but I don't remember her name, so I can't. Say
Oh,
that
you
she's
mean
my
vacuum
favorite.
lady?
Yeah.
Yes, she's the best.
She's best. I don't know her name, but yeah, she's great.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
and
what-
Sphinx. Sphinx is a pretty fucking great character.
Why? Oh no, a Palm. There we go. I was
Palm.
about
Palm's
Palm
great.
was really great.
Oh yeah, Palm.
I
The
actually-
yandere bitch. She's
For-
pretty fine too.
For a
It's
bit,
pretty
I
hilarious.
actually as I found out she was captured. I went like, "Oh man, poor Palm." I'm
Palm.
glad that she that she still was her. But it's like at the end of the day, like she was still like changed. Her brain was picked at. She's now part Chimera ant. Like, oh man.
Yeah, that's why she was like conflicted when like the king bowed to her, because she knew instinctually who he was, and it
Yeah.
fucked with her. God, that scene's so fucking good. Ugh, God, Marilyn, you fucking absolute Chad.
I mean, Pan
guys-
did come at the other end like way more fucking powerful.
Well, yes. It's just that. Hold on.
She's just also
it's
a freaky
ballin',
so
but at what
scaly now.
cost?
Balling, but at what cost? Exactly.
Yeah, it's like your brain was picked at. It's like you got the power boost, but it's like you kind of went through kind of hell and back for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still smash Palm. I'd still smash.
Stop.
I mean, yeah, probably. She's not like my first choice, but like I'd smash a beer and go, okay, let's go. Ninja,
Hmm.
would you fuck? I mean, who's your favorite side character?
Oh god.
That would be the chick with the vacuum.
Okay,
Yeah,
Big
so
titty goth girl? Oh, yeah.
big
Shizuku.
titty goth girl.
Shizuku. Yeah.
That's my chick.
Big titty phantom girl.
Fuck
Oh.
yeah, literally fan service. Why did you get out of your clothes? Don't worry about it. They
Oh,
were
no.
stuck. They were stuck to the thing. Were they? Maybe.
Why'd you leave them there? I was like, oh, I forgot.
Forgot.
It
I'm
wasn't
kind of an
important.
idiot. I'm
Yeah.
kind of an idiot, but I'm also really smart. Didn't she admit that she's also kind of stupid?
Yeah, yeah.
We were both kind of stupid or whatever. Why you said Hanzo, Jake? Who'd you say? You said Bisky,
Bisky, yeah.
Blur. Who did you say? You said
I said
Milky.
Milky because
Yeah.
he's just a obnoxious
just
fat piece of
He's
shit.
just a
I love
fucking
him.
piece of shit. He's great. Yeah.
Like, oh, do you want to talk about like side characters that fucking ate it really hard? Fucking Bow Guy from
Yeah.
Bro
And then
guy and B chick.
oh yeah,
Ponzo.
fuck. B chick at least like
I like
she got
Ponzo.
shot in the
That's-
face. Like
that was
yeah,
really
she got shot even
horrible.
more times in the face, but at least she like at
like,
least it was
yeah.
over.
Oh my god, that scene where
it's-
Nefertito's
Yeah,
picking out his
he gets
brain.
fucking
Yeah.
annihilated. It's brutal.
Yeah, they both get it pretty bad. Like that's like.
Yeah, but like I said, at least she's dead from the first shot.
Shot a bajillion million times. Like, not if I have
Like
to say,
brain
but-
brain picked apart when possibly semi-conscious. Like best case scenario, he's just dead and just being a meat puppet.
Yeah, that's
Well, no, the tissue has to still be alive for any of that to work. For any of the
Exactly.
nerves to respond.
Yeah, that was legit. That was like
ugh.
It's
Oh,
it's
no.
Oh yeah,
horrible. Like
that's
a lot-
that's your
that's-
tone, sir.
there's a lot of shit in the fucking Chimera Anarch. It's just like man, because like I said, like it's like it really bothered me about Ponzo getting shot. It's like the details of like her body still like convulsing when she's getting shot over and over again. It's like
Yeah, that's because her
didn't have-
nervous system's
you
still
didn't
firing.
fucking have to do that, dude. you know what I mean? It's like
why did you animate that? You
I
why
have-
did you do
Hey,
that?
hold on.
It's like you look at the Tomb Raider guys, and it's like, why did y'all do this?
Oh yeah, whenever you impaled Laura through the fucking like chin, why does she moan?
Yeah, like what does she like fucking like have to reach for the fucking thing in her chin? And it's like, oh my god, dude, why did you do that?
yeah. I'm glad they did because oh my god, that was disturbing, but in all the good ways.
Stop.
Baseball bat now, Bonkai.
What? I'm not being horny. Do you want me to be horny?
No,
No,
bad touch. Okay, what's next on the drawing board?
that was it.
That was it.
Yeah,
So-
we've kind of just been talking, and I'm kind of okay with that because men being a really interesting topic.
men's
In
pretty
terms
cool.
of the magic system that it is, I kind of like Ninja told me about this, how it's like one of the best magic systems like used in fiction, and I was like, All right, I'll just need to take a
It's
look
one
at
of
it.
the most thorough and well explained.
Yeah,
And most versatile, in my opinion. Like, as much
Yep.
as I love stands and shit like that, like, Nen is the ability to basically pick your stand, and that's fucking cool.
Yeah, normally
Yeah.
to get anything with this much variety or this much weird shit going on, you just don't explain it at all.
well, yeah, you either have a Lord of the Rings soft magic system where pretty much the sky's the limit, or it becomes incredibly complex for I don't want to say for no reason. I was about to point to the inheritance cycle where it's tied to like a whole language, which is really weird because it's just Elvish. Elvish is the magic language, so like everybody is talking yet somehow not shooting fireballs.
Mm-hmm.
And also like you can't lie in Elvish, which is like I don't
What?
That's
like
a weird fucking thing. That I
That's a
never
weird
understood.
thing.
yeah, it's because of like the magic behind it. You can't say a lie, but you can kind of twist the truth. But it's like, but that's a kind of a lie.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, twisting the truth is by definition a lie.
Yeah.
it's and also like it's like how it also is based off your perspective. Like when Murtagh told Aragorn that they had the same dad, it was wrong, but he was told that, and it's just like, oh, what I told you was true from a certain point of view, and it's like, oh, but at the same time, it's not true. So if the language
Not
really
true,
worked in the
though.
way that
So
it did,
it's
he wouldn't
literally-
have been able to say that.
Yeah, that'd be like saying like Hitler is a black man, but he's not black. He is a man, but he's not black.
I
Yeah, but
guess
it's still a lie.
I guess
Like,
it's
with-
that
I know. That's the point.
I guess it's that
So
problem
dumb.
of like there's just indistinguishable facts. I guess if like it technically is a truth, so like if you were to say a thing, like that does count as lying.
Also, can it tell if you're just wrong about something?
Yeah,
Like
that's
if
what
you
I'm saying.
assert
It's-
something to be true because you full on, you as far as you're concerned, it's a known fact that it is true, and you just say it and it's not true. Have you just
Yeah,
lied?
No, you're just wrong. Lying is when you know it's not true, but you present it as true.
Oh,
So you can
any-
still say things that are false in Elvish.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, welcome to any conversation between me and my parents. You lied about this. I was just wrong. Like, if you guys ever dealt with that bullshit, like somebody telling you, like not even from a parent, but just anyone in general saying like you lied about this. Like, what wasn't lying? I was just wrong. I just didn't
Yeah.
say.
No hero is born from lies.
Oh my god.
This is
Stop
our
it.
infant.
This is how we're gonna win this. Not lying what we hate, but truthing what we love.
Well,
Hating
And,
what
well-
we lie.
What?
lying who we are. lying on a bed. Hey. Yeah, would that be a problem? Like if you're lying on a bed, they'd be like, "Well," and you start speaking Elvish. Is that an issue?
God, I hate like the Inheritance Cycle. I don't want to just say it's a rip off the book series, but it's like it was just trying to tell like it's more like a more stereotypical story, like with the hero's journey. But you could definitely see a lot of comparisons to like Star Wars and
Well,
shit.
yeah, I mean, it's literally from the author. It's my first fantasy series. Here I
Yeah.
go. And for his first fantasy series, he did all right.
You
It's
did
very
okay the way you
derivative,
did.
very obviously inspired by every fantasy thing he consumed.
Well, yeah,
which
if you
is
want to make
fine.
if you want to make the direct comparisons regardless of like context, the dragon riders are just essentially the Jedi. His ending, Aragorn's ending is essentially Frodo's ending. And then that's like the main two comparisons that I ever point to. Because a lot of people said Murtagh is Vader, but it's like, no, now that's when you get a bit fucky, because then it's like, because a lot of people then compare Aragorn to Luke because of, like, he's the main character who then goes on the journey, so of course that comparison makes sense.
Well, I mean, he ripped off a lot of. It's not even ripping off. Not really.
Right.
He used a lot of story beats and aesthetic elements of
Correct.
things like Star Wars, but he's not copying their entire character journeys.
Yes.
So any direct comparison ends up becoming weird because he's not that much of a fucking hack.
well,
He did do enough of changing the homework so it didn't look like he copied.
kind of the Murtagh with the father thing was straight up, like, it was at the end of Eldest, and they straight up framed it like the Luke, I am your father moment. and then changed it to where it's like, no, it was Braum the whole time. And it's just like, oh, so Obi-Wan was his dad. Which is something that I think even George himself flirted with.
I have no idea what
It
you're
would have
talking
been.
about. I'm just gonna.
It's a book.
You've never
it's a
seen.
book
You've never
series.
seen. Well, don't watch Aragon.
I've seen it a billion years ago, and because it was shit,
Oh
it doesn't
yeah,
stick in my
the
Yeah,
mind.
it's shit.
movie is just literally not even worth seeing. The books,
Yeah, no,
they
this-
were
this-
Books are
alright when
the
I was
books
younger.
are alright. Eldest fucking drags, but that's just kind of because it just depends on whether or not you were interested in Aragon's fucking brother.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The brothers' whole fucking side of the story, really boring to begin with.
Yes,
By the end, it's by far the best thing the series has going for it.
I
Because he's doing all like, he has no dragons, he has no magic, he's just doing like
No,
normal
he's got-
motherfucker military bullshit.
and he's fighting
So-
orcs with his bare hands with fucking lashes on his back, and he just has a fucking hammer. He's fighting some motherfuckers.
Ah, excuse me.
You know, one series I kind of wish like actually got a decent adaptation. I really wish The Dark Tower had worked.
Hmm.
Same.
Well, it's because King notoriously hates practically every adaptation of his work except Maximum Overdrive, but that's because he made that.
No, he liked the Shining miniseries.
He made that as well.
Oh, he did? Okay, never mind then.
In fact, he even has a fucking cameo in it. It's really. That's why that in like we were talking about Ready Player One, it's like the guy who creates his own, who hates his own creation, and it's like Stephen King hated the Shining movie, and it's like, but that was made by Kubrick.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
it still is an intellectual property.
Fair enough.
I guess, but what my favorite book series is apparently getting adapted into various types of media.
Um,
Necroscope.
that
Never
just
heard of it.
sounds bad.
Okay,
is
so necroscope is a term referred to somebody who can speak with the dead.
Okay, that doesn't actually sound too bad.
Then of course the main character who is the necroscope is essentially fighting vampires. And vampires in this world are extra dimensional parasites that infect people and turn them into like, you know, obviously vampires, but like their skin becomes malleable and like they can turn their hands and arms into like wings and glide, and the dimension they come from, they like the humans that are infected in that dimension, they make castles and out of bones and flesh, and they have like mutant creatures that they use to like heat their castles, and they use them to fly around, and they make genetically enhanced warriors, or not that, you know, it's this really weird but also really cool shit. And then the main character can like access this thing called the Mobius Continuum, where he can like basically hop from place to place by going into like dimensional doors. He learned from talking to a dead guy called Mobius. I don't do a good job describing it, but it's pretty good. Pretty good.
No.
And then you have like also necromancy is not what exactly you think it is, even though you do have necromancy in the way you think it is. So you technically have two different forms of necromancy. One is raising the dead, and the other is basically you cut open a body and you basically like rub all of the blood and the organs and stuff all over you and take it all in, and that allows you to see the memories of the dead. So they use it to like get information out of people and whatnot. Like in the first book.
Sounds a little edgy.
It can be. It is a little edgy, but it's pretty good. It is pretty good.
But honestly, I feel like with that, we could probably just call it though. What were my points? But I mean, we kind of covered pretty much most of the shit. Like,
well, that's kind of because like if you look back at your points, you were like half memeing at that time.
I mean, like, oh, hang on, let me actually look at it because I was half memeing, but like I was also kind of serious with like my memeing. We can talk about the music,
Okay, hold on. You say that the music, and then all I think is what? It's like,
yeah, but like that song's still great though. Like
it's a great song. It's a great song. Intrusive as all hell.
Oh yeah,
And even
one
that
of the-
Yodel guy comes back at the very end when all the characters are getting wrapped up, so he does count as a character.
I think we talked about it during the day, but we never talked about it on the stream. So Kurapika, the idea that a character can be androgynous, nearly on purpose. Feel like Kurapika could have been a chick in like on a different iteration of this. Like the author could have like made it like a. It's weird to explain this. Hang on, I'm trying to put my words together. The way Kurapika acts, it feels like that could have been a girl character, but it was changed to a male for some reason.
I
No, I think it's just the character design makes it very ambiguous.
Well, like I said, there's a couple
nothing
things that like
feminine with what they do with him.
there's a point where like he covers his chest, like when they're both in like a hotel room.
What?
yeah, I think he
Alright.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of
hold on. I
strange.
honestly, that's just because of injuries. But then I remembered. See, here's the weird thing. I watched the York New City arc. Yet for some reason, I feel like I have these just gigantic gaps in memory. Hence why I feel like the nuance just went over my fucking head. Because I feel like I missed a part of the puzzle.
Were you doing anything else while you were watching that arc?
No, that was before we started. I started throwing like Elite Dangerous on screen. I legit just don't. I feel like I might have just my attention span just might have just dozed off for like a split second, and I feel like I missed something, and that's why I'm so irritated. I'm like, surely I must have been paying attention to like every moment. Like
You maybe possibly who knows? Only the reptiloids know.
or maybe it's just because I do kind of have that kind of clear cut fuck him sort of view on revenge, but that's more of a personal thing.
Oh yeah, and then are the ants the worst? I feel like so. Like
Depends on
As,
on
like-
the ant.
I was about to say, well, no. I was actually gonna say like on a grand scale. So like, would you rather fight ants, xenomorphs, tyrannids, so on, so forth? But I feel like the ants actually aren't the worst because you can possibly reason with them.
Well, not just reason with them. A lot of the people who get processed by the ants end up as themselves.
Mhm.
So even if they do win, absolute worst case scenario,
Or
a
ants.
lot of people, as they are right now, will survive. Whereas that's not something you get with either Xenos or Tyranids in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
in both of those cases were fucked.
Well, what's worse is Tyranids is even worse because then they'll just move on. With Xenomorphs, at least they'll just take over the planet. Tyranids don't take territory; they just eat.
Well, they eat to create more Tyranids, and you can argue that's what fucking aliens do.
No, they
No, they
don't
make
really-
them nests and stuff. Like the for the case of the Tyranids, the nest has technically already been made with the hive fleets. That's why they just eat.
Do they even need? Do xenomorphs even need to eat?
They so in the
I'd
movies
say
we're not
you
really
mean-
sure, but in
When I
the
say-
comics we are kind of told like they need to eat, but only very periodically, and they will also forego food for. If you starve it for like months,
Oh, I
put it in
remember
a
that. Yeah,
maze
yeah,
versus a
yeah.
pig versus a human, it will attack the person every time.
Yeah, because its main goal is to take it back to the queen.
Yeah, it will fuck you up. Which is why, God, I just need to show Jake this picture. I showed this picture when we first viewed Aliens. It's this dumb picture of like someone from Weyland-Yutani literally controlling a xenomorph
Oh my
with
God.
with a virtual reality headset.
Oh, really?
It's really
Yeah.
dumb looking.
Oh my god, I have to
damn
see
it.
it. Show me.
Controlling xenomorph. It's one of those times where it's like, because I think it was during the Aliens arc, we just question like how were they going to like they wanted the Xenomorph for their bioweapons division, but we always thought it was like basically a drop and go type scenario. You like throw some eggs down and then get the fuck out as fast as possible. But no, if this picture is really what they want, I'll throw it on in Discord in a second.
That also kind of reminds me of the Rage War novels and how they controlled the xenomorphs there.
How'd they do that in those novels?
Fuck, what was it? It has something to do with microchips or collars, one of the two.
Okay, so I threw it into the Discord chat. Let me throw it up for the
Oh my god, that is so dumb.
Let me throw it up for the stream again. You guys are familiar with this image stream,
Unfortunately.
but
This is
Oh my god, that is so dumb. I love it. I need to see it. I need to see it.
Stupid.
I
Yeah.
need to see it. I need it. I
If this
need it.
If this is how they thought they'd controlled the Xenomorphs, in all honesty, Weyland Yutani needs to be fucking... It's a good thing they got bought out by
Well, they got bought by
Walmart.
Walmart. But the thing is, was it in 2 or 3 where they mentioned that, like, it's not just a weapon. You can use, like, their skin for, like, you know,
Well, they...
like, cancer cures and shit like that. Was that 3 or
it
was
was
it 2?
Resurrection. It was Resurrection.
Oh, it was Resurrection,
where they
okay.
talked about it. Which is, like, fair enough on that instance, but if it's just for the bioweapons division, that's stupid.
Yeah, of course. It's a literal loose cannon.
This thing literally wants to kill you just as much as it wants to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I recall correctly, in the Rage War novels, whenever a xenomorph is killed, it triggers like a like a little bomb inside of it or around it or whatever. So it explodes, splattering the acid blood everywhere.
They're literally the worst. Yeah. So, bottom line is, I'd rather deal with the ants because I feel like you could talk to the ants.
Yeah, at least, like, worst case... Well, hold on. The problem is like, if, at the same time, if Poof and P2 had their way, we'd just be mindless drones.
Mm-hmm.
Because
The
that's what
thing
they were
is
trying to do with Palm. They picked at her brain.
Yeah, but well, then they decided that was actually a bad idea because of the way Palm reacted. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they still serve Meruem.
That's...
So, Meruem was literally on the up and up before he passed away.
I mean, what the wolf one, that one basically told Meruem he doesn't serve him, so that don't really.
Yeah, so he would have seen that was like, well, you're talking about P2 and Poof.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
The
about
little royal guards only serve Meruem.
What would have happened? Would they have just... So, assuming, like, no poison or cancer or anything... Meruem just plays with Komagi. They play Gungi for like the rest of their lives in whatever fucking cell in a prison. Like assuming he even lets himself be taken to a prison. What would the Royal Guards do? Because like they would probably try
to do something to Komagi and like so. Are we going off a Rosebud fucking or Poor Man's Rose Meruem? Because Poor Man Rose Meruem, they wouldn't be able to fucking touch Komagi. And he would just murder them. Like, that's the end of that.
The copies of Poof still had enough energy to try to kill Komagi.
Yeah, but like you're implying that they would try to kill Komagi right next to Meruem.
No, yeah,
Meruem would let that shit happen. He would not.
Well, no, they try to plot. That's the thing. They'd be like, all right.
But the thing is, he was literally already onto their bullshit, like from minute 1.
Yes, that's true.
And like, yeah, so if they try to kill her, he would fuck them up.
So by that point, would Meruem have just sent them away? Because then
he would kill them because they're trying to. He would kill them because they're trying to kill Komagi. And they can't go away because that's who they serve. So Poof would probably be the only one who wouldn't stand in line. Like Pito was perfectly fine healing Komagi, and Yuppie was literally loyal to a fault.
Mm-hmm. To the point that he didn't even know what things were because since he never had a human past because he was based off like his original DNA was based off a magical beast. So while everybody was having these like personality things, he's like, "What is a personality? I'm
Yeah,
literally
and
just here to serve
he was
this
learning
guy."
about that, and like he wound up getting a sense of honor too. So it's like I said, there's a really interesting like track of like what all the characters like would have gone. Unfortunately, they all fucking died.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like Yuppie would be really chill, and so would fucking like P2. But unfortunately, this is just the path they were on.
Yep.
Poof would be the only problem, but fucking Poof couldn't do shit to Meruem, so that's the end of that.
I just have the picture still on the stream. Just
Yes.
look at it. Look at it.
I need to see this in the Alien TV show they're making. I need.
No,
to see
it's all about what if our inequality wasn't solved. Didn't you know that?
No, I need to say that this needs to be a thing. It's so fucking dumb. I love it.
No. Oh.
The real alien was racism all along. I
Yes.
swear, if by that point, like, considering how obsessed with member berries we are, if they still do, like, the fucking Prometheus or Covenant shit where it still looks nothing like the original shit, it's gonna be fucking weird. Because even Alien Isolation, like, at least, like, maintained the aesthetic. By this point, yeah, assuming it's not like a prequel, assuming it's like some just fuck off different area, like I don't know, just
I feel like we've had this discussion before, and it just comes down to like if it's just functionally what the future would look like, it's not that big of a deal.
I guess, but then there is certain aesthetic stuff you just gotta keep. Like this was the style of Aliens.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, but is Star Wars different because of what it looks like from the prequel to the sequel?
A lot of people had that fucking problem, actually. They said the prequels were way too clean. I would only point that out for certain areas. Like,
exactly.
Like, Coruscant I could agree with, but that's because Coruscant, there's no way you were going to make a practical set for that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like another thing is like with Alien, yeah, the people we were seeing and shit like that were all fucking like you know, basically not bottom feeders, but like, you know, the everyday people. They didn't have like access to all that crazy shit.
Yeah, and I get it for things like Prometheus and the Covenant. It was literally like top of the line shit. But assuming they go the member berry route, which they probably will, then like hopefully they'd be like, yeah, then the aestheticism it needs to be this. It's just, I guess it just boils down to if they are gonna choose an art style, I'd want them to lean more towards the original stuff.
Same, because that just looks so much better.
Well, that's because that's also boils down to how much you love 70s sci-fi.
I was about to say that's literally a subjective thing though, because I do like the way science fiction shit looks. Granted, I did like the way Alien looked and shit like that, but that's because like, well, that's what it was.
Well, that's the problem when you have the example would be like with the Star Trek stuff with like the Kelvin timeline. You could at least argue that's a different universe. But like in Discovery and like the Bridge of the Enterprise looks almost nothing like how it looks in the original series. That's really weird because this is like supposed to be like what, like a year before Kirk takes command.
Star Trek Discovery was a mistake.
Yeah, sorry, it was. That
I
was.
can't believe nobody noticed it was STD.
Yeah, STD.
Whoever, fucking idiots. That's one of those, just like, you look at all Hollywood executives, you especially look at Alex Kurtzman, and go, you fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
So who here is excited for Picard season 2?
No.
I don't.
No.
Picard's not even alive. It was revealed he's an android.
What?
Yeah, he died of his. He died of his fucking.
Star Trek, and like that kind of triggered me. Like, excuse me.
No, but the original Picard died of his fucking brain disease that he had. That's how the series ended. The series ended. I don't remember the name of the syndrome, but literally Picard is dying from a fucking brain thing, and then it cuts back to like him finally kind of like settling down with the crew and playing poker with everybody. Like,
yeah.
Star Trek, The Next Generation has a great fucking ending, and that's kind of why, So the reason why the movies for the original series work so well is because at the end of the day, they never got their finale. So the movies were just a great continuation of things. TNG ended. So to then just go on to like Generations where it's just like another adventure, like it just feels weird. Like we got the end. And you could make the arguments like the EU stuff like continues their stories, but most people don't count EU stuff.
Even if it's canon.
Like one would argue regardless of the EU, like before the sequel trilogy, the series ended at Return of the Jedi.
And so with that, I feel like that concludes our Hunter x Hunter talk.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, we're gonna be covering plenty of more stuff in the future. Not Loki. We're not touching that. Like anyone who asks us is just gonna get a no. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, have you seen it or no?
I've watched like partial breakdowns from like EFAP. I'm not, and also we've had plenty of talks about it. I'm not touching it. You literally eliminated free will and then gave it back, and it's just like they did so much shit just to set up for a fucking joke.
So tune in next week when we talk about Loki.
No,
I just want to point out that the MCU is already a universe in the Marvel multiverse, so it's a parallel universe within a multiverse.
No.
So to say that you're setting up for a it's so fucking dumb.
No. By this point, I'm almost saying, like, no, I will not watch Multiverse of Madness. As much as I would love to see the visuals of it, I'm like, no, the writing's probably going to be ass.
If Black Widow's anything to go by, then yeah.
Even the visuals of Black Widow don't look great.
No, I'm talking about the writing.
Yeah, it's a double boo because its writing is ass, and then also its visuals look like shit.
Oh, right.
Her skydiving through the fucking rubble to get Taskmaster's fucking parachute.
Taskmaster is so wasted.
Mm-hmm.
He really is.
I already expressed my frustration with it because I really liked Taskmaster.
Okay.
He's just become a joke now. In pretty much all forms of media, even in the comics, they've made him this way, like, overblown, like, overconfident ass that just gets his ass kicked. And it's like, dude, he's an Avengers-level threat.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, with that, we shall all see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Yes.
Wait,
Goodbye.
can I show
Oh, yeah.
myself?
Fuck, yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Okay. So, I assume it'll be in the description. So click the link in the description. I'm currently writing a review for Godzilla vs. Kong. It's really, really bad.
God.
It's really, really, really bad.
Why
not
do you even
even-
do that to yourself, man? That just sounds
Because
like
the world needs to know.
Congratulations, you just reminded me of the fact that I never released our conversation talking about Kong
What?
vs. Zilla.
Oh my god. I have over
I need to do
3K
that.
words, and I'm not even an hour in, and I haven't even touched the stupidest shit. So, that should be fun.
I mean, in opposite world, if we're talking about fun,
I mean, fun for me because I'm venting, and
that's right.
Also, because I'm a massive fucking idiot in terms of YARP stuff, there's the Smite stream that just released.
yeah, because it was on private. I tried to watch it. It was
Yeah,
on private.
I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah,
I thought
forgot-
it was a live stream.
It was a
was a
live
li-
stream. I
it was
just
on
didn't.
private.
Yeah, I didn't realize that through OBS. So here's how I do things now. I initially put the stream in private on OBS, then switch it on YouTube to public, and I guess it just didn't. I guess I just forgot to do one of those steps yesterday. It's out now. People can still watch it.
I would have told you on Twitter, but I'm in the Twitter gulags until like
Why didn't you text me
Wednesday.
then? Why didn't you text me your Max then?
Because I was also hanging with my dad, but I'm in the Twitter gulags because I said one of the forbidden words.
What, retard?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
The N-word.
Yes.
How many people have I called retard and I'm still not in the fucking gulag yet?
Stop saying
Oh,
it.
actually,
Well,
no.
anyway.
I didn't call a person a retard. I called a scene from a show retarded.
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's
everybody,
still
thanks
fucking
for hanging
stupid.
out with the channel. The channel that we're on, we don't want to fucking ruin. So yeah,
It's
I mean,
Rep-
you gotta try,
just-
I guess. But
It's
I-
all of the reptiloids. The reptiloids
guess
are the
you-
problem.
I guess you gotta try. It's just there's certain points where you're just like
turn
the
the
system
fucking
itself
stream
needs to
off.
train.
Like we continue to vent. Fuck.
we can talk. Bye.